Hello again, whiskey friends. What's going on, guys? Happy Monday night. It's good to be back. Feels good to be back. Certainly feels good to be back. I was down for the count last week, guys. I apologize. I was sick as a dog. It's the sickest I've been in quite some time. Flu got me, and it got me really bad. So, actually got sick the very last day of the trip with these guys here. I had to take my ass upstairs and lay in the bed. I was cold and achy, man. It was rough, very rough, but feeling much better now. Still have a funky kind of dry cough, but all in all, I feel pretty good. Adam, Eric, welcome, guys.
Cheers, buddy. Glad you're feeling a little bit better.
Man. It seems like I just saw you guys. Feels like it was last week, but I know it was 2 weeks now. Well, Eric, I saw you.
Yeah, Saturday night, but
yes,
that's all right.
Just saw you. That was a good time.
That was a really good time.
Yeah,
but I appreciate you hanging out.
Yeah, man. I didn't like having to get up at 7 a.m. after getting home at almost 3, but you know, it is what it is.
I drove 2 hours home at 7 a.m. So.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. What happened with that? What was the situation with the car and everything?
Oh, I ended up buying a new vehicle.
Oh, Jesus.
Like Saturday, like I got home Friday night, took an Uber back. I told Dan my story about the Uber, which I'll spare everybody, but I did all the things that you literally should not do, which is like when the driver's like, can you just pay me less than what the fare is? And then like turn off your tracking and like all that stuff. And yeah, it was, I like the idea of saving money up front. And then as I got into the drive, other things started going on that I was like, I made some mistakes here, but it all worked out fine. And then the next day I got home and the car was fixed by then because I had it towed to the shop, and then I traded it in and got something else like on Saturday. So
yeah, that's wild, man.
It was quite an adventure of getting there.
So man, always sit behind the Uber driver. They were trying to pull some shit, choke them out, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say hi to a couple fine folks here in chat. We got EJ. Cheers, man. Aloha and cheers. Cheers to you, buddy. Good to see you. Top Dog. Cheers, my friend. Travis Robeson in the house. Speaking about Top Dog, we'll be cracking this bad boy here tonight, guys. This 15-year Buffturkey. Got to try a little bit of this when we were in Kentucky.
Yeah,
132 proof. This is a good one. That is a good one. Top Dog was kind enough to find that for me. Randall Erickson, cheers, man. Says Dusty's back. Hope you got some good picks. Yeah, man. We will discuss that here shortly. Katie Turk in the house. Cheers, Miss Turk. Good to see you. Sugar Kitty, what's going on? Whoa, the whole thing just jumped. There we go. Douglas Papa, cheers, man. Good to see you. Slap shot. Got Tim Cornet in the house. Happy Bottle and Bond Day. Peter B's in the house. Cheers, Peter. Bourbon engineer. Tasting cherry tonight with Turkalo Trace. Yeah, we'll be pouring that here shortly. And we'll be doing a giveaway for that, too, for anyone who hasn't had the opportunity to try any. I will be giving away some samples of this for any super chats that come through. So,
I got to say, I've had the chance to try it. I might put my money in for it.
What was it, Eric?
I said I've had the chance to try it, and I might put my money in for it tonight.
Yeah, it's really good. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Cheers, man. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in, bud. Renee and I were cold. Tommy D, cheers. Funky dry cough. That was our football coach in high school. Funky dry cough. Ron Miles, what's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well, my friend. Top Dog, Peter, EJ, Kathy Graves. What's going on, Kathy? Good to see you. You're more welcome to hop on here, too. I'll drop the link in the chat if anybody wants to hop on. What's going on, Richie Z? Cheers, buddy. Let me drop this link in here. case anybody wants to hop on, you guys are more than welcome. Just gonna kind of shoot the shit here tonight. Nothing crazy going on, man. Adam, I've been thinking about or Eric, Eric too, doing the double trouble again. I don't know. I really want to. It would definitely be much shorter than it was last time because I would cut out the qualifying round. But it was a lot. That was a lot of fun to do with you guys.
I'm down.
So we'll
Super
see.
Down.
Kathy agrees. I'm just listening while I work. Yay, tax season. There we go, Kathy. Okay, I got you. I got to see you. I got to see you the other day, so I got my fix. Let me pour. You know what? I'm gonna crack this this buff turkey here real quick. But yeah, guys, the whole trip down there was great. So, some of it almost didn't happen. It was almost just like this trip wasn't meant to happen. A lot of things started out funky. You know, Marty wasn't able to make it because of the snow. He wasn't able to drive up. Eric broke down halfway to my house the day that we were flying out. And then he had to Uber to the airport to catch it. And then it wound up snowing the night before the Bardstown pick. Bardstown was shut down. I think besides like the stills, I think they had all the stills and stuff running, but the restaurant and all that was all closed down. Luckily they got us in for the pick, but just a lot of weird things that kind of transpired prior to the pick and during the pick. A lot of really, really fun times and some nice kind of inside jokes in that trip there too. So
why didn't we name it Snowmageddon?
We could have named it Snowmageddon.
Damn it, Eric.
Aaron, why don't you tell the fine folks here what we named that pick, that Bardstown pick?
Oh, you mean tater cakes?
Tater cakes. Where did tater cakes come from, Eric? How did that originate?
So on our drive to Bardstown, we stopped at a McDonald's somewhere in Western Kentucky, and I don't know. We all were sleeping for the most part in the car and get out and go in. You guys order your food and everything like that. We're sitting there, and then another gentleman, we'll say, comes in, and we kind of hear him talking with the cashier about, like, oh, that seems awfully low. You know, I want the meal, that type of thing. And then, so I guess they bring him his food, and the guy says to him, he's like, I told her 3 times I wanted the meal. I'm going to need them tater cakes. And I think we were all about dying inside, trying to hold it in. And then, of course, once we got outside, then we let it go. And, then there were some fun happenings at the distillery. I think we all had that in the back of our mind as like a joke. And then, I don't know, somehow you guys let me, I willed it into the world.
You took the bull by the horns on that one, man. That was.
I don't expect people to listen to me.
Oh my. Yes, guys. So the name of the Bardstown pick is officially tater cakes. So that is going to be the name of the pick. So Green River,
it's on the front of the label.
Huh?
I said it's on the front of the label. It's not even like just a sticker.
Where people put their group names and everything. There's no tater sticker. It just, the name of the bottle is tater cakes.
Yep.
Oh God. It was just so funny to hear this big old guy saying, I told her 3 times I wanted my tater cakes. David Bass, cheers, man. Good to see you. 21090, what's going on, guys? How are you? Good to see you guys the other night.
I liked how shocked he was that the Hardee's was closed for the first time in his life. Man, I had to go to McDonald's. Can't believe this.
You guys are making fun of half the audience.
No, we're making fun of one individual.
Joe the Sample Guy, cheers, man. Good to see you. Boy, if you didn't have bad luck, you'd have no luck at all. I'm telling you, man, Randall, it's pretty wild, man. I was surprised because like the forecast, I thought the forecast was like we were supposed to get a ton of snow the night before the pick. We were like, holy shit, like is this thing even going to happen? No idea. But luckily, I had sent out an email to Vince over there and saying, hey, let me know like your earliest convenience if the pick's still on. And luckily it was. But like I said, everything at Bardstown besides like the stills and all that looked like it was all running. Everything else was shut down. So, but no, it was a really good time. Bardstown was a lot of fun, and Green River was fun too. That was a lot of fun. I think that's where I got sick was Green River. That's where I kind of started feeling funky. But
there was a noticeable point in the pick where you sat back and threw your hood on like this, and you're like in the chair, and we were like, oh, at least
Unabomber.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what I was feeling. Going from that hot and cold, my feet were like my shoes were damp on the inside. Just a bad mix of everything.
You wore sneakers when it was snowing out.
Canvas sneakers.
You knew there was going to be a snowstorm. You wore sneakers.
I know.
Yeah, Vans are not the right move for trekking.
Vans are not the right move.
Yeah,
if I know there's snow again, Vans will not be accompanying me. So
his flip flops were wet, so he couldn't wear them.
I did bring flip flops with me. They were just in my backpack the whole time.
You were probably better off wearing the flip flops.
Probably, my feet would have probably dried a lot quicker.
Dude, with the size of your suitcase, you could have fit 3 extra pairs of shoes in there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I always pack a whole bunch of extra stuff just to wrap bottles in traveling. So, David Bass, cheers, man. Good to see you. Jeffrey Wack, what's up, buddy? Why don't you hop on in here, man?
Hello again.
Jeff, hop on in here, man. Come on. Let's go. That was a concert this weekend. Bourbon Engineer with a $10 super chat. If I win, send mine to Slapshot. You got it, buddy.
Hell yeah.
I will.
I was about to say, Brian doesn't need any of that.
It's got plenty. It's man, there's a lot of cherry on that.
Between the two of us, we bought 1/4 of the barrel.
It's like cherry cola, man.
There we go.
Cheers, Brian. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. John, were you able to give him the coin that I sent with you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'll give you a bill on delivery fee on how much gas I used.
Did you ride your lawnmower over there?
No, we still had snow on the ground when I got home.
2,500 people at Mercedes-Benz. I didn't realize how many hit songs One Republic has. Oh, man. One Republic's got a lot. Paul P., cheers, buddy. Good to see you. John Cloud's in the house. What's going on, man? They're saying, okay, old ladies, but now sugar, find out so much. Biking Bourbon, cheers. Good to see you. Got some people slowly rolling in here. Did anyone score a Jack Daniels 14 on the trip? Nope, did not. Didn't even see it. Didn't even see it in the wild anywhere.
We didn't try that hard. I mean, for finding whiskey, I feel like would we stop at like one?
We stopped at Barrelhead's place, and
that's pretty good.
That was really good.
And they have a great selection of whiskey down there.
Yeah.
They got a lot of stuff down there.
And that other place downtown Bardstown did too.
Yeah. Paul P with a $10 super chat says, did Dan wear shorts in the snowstorm? No shorts, man. Oh, wait. No. No.
You wore them inside the house, which
inside the house,
all fairness was about 45 degrees inside. So I mean
it was that so the house was very, very spotty with their heat. And I know like John and Renee, their room, it was iceberg. And where Adam was sleeping upstairs, it was freezing cold. Like on the very back side of the house, super, super cold.
We both had balls of water frozen.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But for some reason, the heater would say it was like 70, 73, 74, and there was no way in hell it was that
It was
warm
in
in
the
the
living
house.
room.
Huh?
It was in the living room, and that's it.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man. There was a time when I came downstairs and I was like, why is it so cold in here? But
Was that the morning I came down in my shorts?
yes. Look at that good-looking guy with the headphones on. Says Travis.
Me.
Randall Erickson with a $20 super chat. Justy doing his best impression of Naked and Afraid at Bardstown. I should have just wore shorts and sandals, man. I would have been good. But no, I appreciate that, Randall. Thank you for the super chat, man. You are in it to win it, my friend.
Holy shit, this hard truth is good.
So we're gonna do 4 samples of this tonight. 4 separate samples of the Buffturkey, and this is and thanks to Top Dog down there for grabbing this for me. It's good, man. I mean, when I tasted it down there, I was very impressed with it.
Me and Jake did the barrel pick on that.
It's like it's weird, right? It has, and I know I was telling Adam earlier, this new Barrel King, this Voodoo one, got a lot of like grape notes on it. This actually has like a cherry kind of grape vibe to it. I definitely do get a little bit of that like grape on there, but I think it's more of a cherry, like a cherry cola than it is a grape. But
I get a real cherry.
Yeah, cooler running. Cheers. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Big Vic, I'm feeling much better, buddy. Thank you for asking, man. Just trying to get through the dry cough I have.
Big Vic loves this bottle.
Which
Big
one?
Vic, the one we're drinking right now. Big Vic loves it.
Oh yeah, it's good. I mean, again, I was drinking a little bit of it before I went out down in Kentucky. It's really, really good. Thank you for asking. Jay Sells, what's going on, man?
I'm gonna throw an ounce of this in the giveaway tonight.
Hold on, let me zoom in on that for all the fine folks here. So Adam is gonna throw in a sample of the new Cathedral French Oak from Bardstown, guys. That's awesome. I am going to super chat myself because I want a sample of that.
You probably
hopefully they'll send me a media sample of it. I got an email that just haven't sent anything to me yet, so I don't know. Thank you for that, Adam. So that's going to be part of the giveaway tonight, guys, as well. A sample of that.
There'll be some other samples in the box.
And he waited in line too. So,
and he wore shoes and socks.
Oh, Adam, I meant to tell you. Walker Hines, he sent me. I completely forgot. He texted me the blind that you sent him. He sent me the results. His favorite was the Blue Run.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Dang. That's awesome.
Yeah. EJ, Dan has a winter jacket even when shirtless. That's right. I'm fairly hairy. Got a nice coating. I'm really patchy though. I'm not consistent. I'm not consistent with everywhere.
I didn't know you were a Native American.
Huh?
I didn't know you were a Native American.
Not consistent. Other SVP. Who else we got here? Sorry, guys. Trying to put them in the chat. Sounds like you need a group Eskimo hug. Bourbon Retriever, cheers. Good to see you. Dude, base, which is my video tomorrow is a review of this. Jeffrey Wax put out a review of the Buffturkey. Make sure you guys tune into that. Renee Peach, cheers, Renee. Dustin, that is one of the Top Dog's bottles. You might get him hints of spam on the nose.
Who did that? That was the engineer.
Yeah. Nice. Whoa.
EJ, it's a distillery only on that Bardstown Cathedral.
Blue Note, man, I always mess that up.
They dropped 200 bottles last Friday, and I think they're going to do 2 more drops over the next month.
Yeah. Are you sipping on that right now?
No, I haven't popped it yet. I'm drinking the Hard Truth pick.
Nice. This latest Barrel King release, guys, this Voodoo, man, that is good.
Delicious.
This one is it's 33% of an 11-year, 99% corn, 65% of an 11-year, 36% rye bourbon finished in Willet barrels, and then 2% of a 9-year, 36% rye bourbon finished in Willet barrels. Lot of grapey notes on this one, but very, very good. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 2 samples of this as well. So 2 samples of this, 4 samples of the Buffturkey, and then Adam's going to do his sample of the Cathedral.
We'll call it a flight with an ounce of the Cathedral in there.
There you go, guys. A whole flight from Adam. Thank you for that, man.
Yeah.
Buffturkey sounds like there was a gym of steroids involved. Oh, good. EJ with a $20 super chat. Adam sold me on giving it a try. You got it, EJ. You're in it to win it, my friend. Thank you for the super chat, buddy.
John, what you drinking?
Goodness gracious, there we go.
Oh.
Fresh crack.
You got any left?
I don't know about you, but I ate way too much of Joe's brisket and ribs Sunday morning.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Joe cooked up some beautiful bread. He always has. He's always cooking some amazing stuff. Really good ribs and brisket he made. Some of the other folks there made some mac and cheese, and there was some salad. Man, it was quite the feast. It was really, really good.
They knew Eric was going. They had to feed him.
That's right. Eric ate for 3 of us. So
I ate a lot of salad. It was a thing, though. You guys,
I didn't see Eric eat at all the entire time we were there. He was fasting the whole time.
Yeah.
That's not true. I ate at lunch and dinner time.
No,
I
You
definitely
ate the chicken salad.
I did.
Did you eat at that buffet place?
Oh yeah, I ate there.
Okay.
It was all meat. I mean, I'm not,
Yeah, that was a really good time over at the Graves the other night. Wound up playing craps there late at night. Eric, I owe you $20.
I've accepted that I'm not seeing that $20.
Get out of here! I'll send it to you. That was a lot of fun though. Joe's got a kind of like a mini crap stable down there, so we were all kind of playing and drinking there. That was late. I think we stopped at it maybe close to 2 a.m, something like that.
Yeah, we were. Other people quit before me and you, Dan. I feel like, but me and you were up till about like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get. Well, yeah, I didn't get home till almost 3.
It was a pretty reserved night.
Yeah,
for some.
For some. Adam up in the deal. Thanks, Adam, says Randall. Big Vic says, damn it, I'm in. You got it, Vic. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. Your chances of winning are very high, Vic. Very high. Thank you for the super chat, man. That is not true. I ate that one time, Jeff. It's funny, Eric, because I think I told you when I got sick, like I had lost my appetite completely. So I actually started doing the intermittent fasting as well. So my times are basically 12 to 8 is when I'll eat, and then anything past that, like no pizza for me tonight or anything like that. So I'll go all the way until noon tomorrow with nothing.
That's not that hard to do.
If I didn't get sick, it would have been a lot harder to do it, but I didn't have an appetite when I was sick, so made it a little easier. But so far, so good.
I had the same problem when there's pizza in front of me. I just don't eat it.
I do. I mean, right now, like I'm hungry enough to where I could tear pizza up. I
had pizza tonight.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh man, see, I'm feeling it. My stomach's feeling it. I'm hungry.
And yesterday morning, and the night before that, I've had pizza 3 days in a row.
Yeah, man,
Nothing wrong with that.
Every day. Renee
one
P for the $20 super chat. Renee, thank you so much. Renee, you are in it to win it as well.
Tommy D.
Thank you, Renee.
My man.
She wants to try the Elkwood.
Yeah, that's fine. I figure I'll give out 4 separate samples. That way, kind of spread the love for anybody who hasn't been able to try.
Because if I can't go into her cabinet, she's not going into mine.
I don't know about that, John. I'm pretty sure she'll go into any cabinet she wants. Tommy D with a $25 super chat says, "In it to win it, more than Vic." Tommy, thank you, buddy. You can hop on too, Tommy, if you want, man. More than welcome. Thank you guys. Thank you all for the super chats, guys. Much appreciated. Again, just to kind of recap the giveaway, Adam is going to give away a flight that has the cathedral from Bardstown incorporated into it. I'm going to do 2 samples of this new Barrel King Voodoo, which is very good. And we're going to do 4 samples of the Buffturkey. Maybe tonight we'll do 5. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I was back to work at 11 Friday.
Subliminal message to Dan. Pizza.
I made really good time getting up to Bardstown and back.
Huh?
I made really good time getting up to Bardstown and back last
Oh,
Friday.
did you?
Yeah.
That's good. What like that's like a 3-hour drive for you?
Yeah, just under.
Yeah. Man. Luckily, thank God you got there at a decent time and were fairly early in line.
Dude, it was crazy. Like everybody showed up right as they opened. I got there an hour before and was 30th in line.
Smart man. You said they only had 200 bottles?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. G. Marie, cheers. Good to see you. Roscoe P. Coltrane in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you.
Cheers, Lance.
Cheers, Lance. No voodoo for me. I'm drinking it tonight. Nice, man. Cheers, buddy. You are in it to win it, my friend.
That voodoo is great.
The voodoo is good. It's very good. That's actually probably one of my favorite ones right now that I have.
Mm-hmm.
No, guys, the picks all in all, they were a really good time. I know, so when we did the Bardstown pick, were we given 4 or 5 samples? I can't remember.
4.
Was it 4? Yeah, 4 samples. And I think originally we were kind of scattered, like we were kind of across the board with
all over the map.
Yeah, we were kind of all over the place, and we had to simplify things a little bit. And
by making it voted.
I'm trying to remember what did we have to do, like a blind?
We voted for our least favorite first.
Yes, that's right. We did vote for the least favorite, and it was literally all across the board.
Then it was between 2 and 4, and then 4 won, and then somebody said no, do it again. Then 4 won, and they said no, do it again.
Somebody
2 ended up winning, and 2 got the pick.
Somebody
That's exactly what happened.
I'm just going to say that I liked 2.
Yeah, until you got your way. You just wanted to keep blinding it until you got your way.
Man, 3 though. 3 was the first eliminated, right?
Yes, I
do.
3
remember had that heavy cinnamon.
Yes, that was the one that was super heavy, baking spice forward. That one was the first one eliminated. And then from there, I think we did another blind, right?
Yeah.
Did another blind, or no? We had to narrow it down to 2, and then we did a blind.
Yeah,
right?
we all did 2 blinds. Jeff did 3 blinds.
And then we threw the results of the blind out and went with the better whiskey.
I'm agreeing with Jeff on this that he switched the samples.
I think
that he did.
Because there was a noticeable difference between the 2.
Yes.
And I mean, again, both of them were very good.
They smell the exact same right now.
Oh, you have a board?
No.
You know why that is? It's because he switched the samples.
Yeah.
Thursday's breakfast, we're going to do that blind.
Are you really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we'll redo the Green River the week after that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so pumped about that Green River.
So that's kind of how we ended our Bardstown journey. Was through some blinds, and I know Ethan wasn't too thrilled about our process, but I think we walked away with a really good whiskey, and you know the between the two, I mean, that we had, I mean, they were very different in profile.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I probably would have been happy with the other one as well. But the one that we picked, I definitely think is going to be, I think it's going to be a winner for sure. So that one was a lot of fun. Bardstown was definitely a good time. We all got to sit and sign the barrel. I got to post all that on Patreon. I know I've been behind since I got sick, but I'll post a lot of those pictures on from what I have anyway. I'll post them on Patreon.
I think you posted all the pictures on Patreon.
Did I?
Somebody did.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I only did it on Discord. I can't remember. I'm trying to get the Discord.
Oh, it was Discord. That's what it was.
But
Lance said, I missed the Buffturkey. Any good? I can get a 16-year River Roots Buffturk, but I'm holding out for the dark art selections. Yes, Lance, this is a very good one here. I don't know. This is the only Buffturkey that I've had. I haven't been able to try another one anywhere, so I don't know how they vary.
I'll say I've had a different one of those, and it sucked.
Yeah.
So that one's amazing, though.
Yes, this is very, very good.
I'm
not sure, Lance, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we had 4 the day we picked that barrel, and that one stood out right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I mean, nice. I mean, the proof point on it is beautiful. 132 proof. Yeah, that's good. Do they give you any stats on the barrel you guys picked?
I got them, I think, in my...
Yeah, I know somebody wrote them down.
Here, I got them. So, do you want me to tell you?
I will say that barrel that we picked was very light compared to some of the other barrels. So, I mean, you could lift that barrel up with like 2 fingers. So, I don't know what the counts are going to be, but I know he used some kind of method to guesstimate about how many bottles would be in there. But go ahead, Eric.
He said the yield was good, but you're right. The barrel was kind of light. Maybe that's why he was switching those samples like that, because he was trying to steer us towards the more full barrel. But
maybe.
Wow, yeah.
I'm not saying anything bad about Bardstown. It was an awesome experience. They treated us well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
and I'm sure this was all in our mind, and I walked away with the whiskey that I wanted. So who's
no? Yeah, no. I mean, look. I mean, the fact is that barrel was a very light barrel. A very
Eric,
light barrel.
It was in your mind, no one else's until now.
What? Yeah. Well, I mean, you know,
a lot of things in your mind.
By no means is it a short barrel, right? It's not going to be like a 50 or 60 bottle type thing. You know, when he stuck the measuring tape down in there, I forget what it read or the mark, but you know, there was still a good bit of whiskey in there, but it was noticeably lighter than the other barrels that were there. So,
So Bardstown, we got a 60-36. 4 is the mash bill. So it was their high rye mash bill bourbon. It was 6 years old, and it's 120.5 proof.
Ooh, that's perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Green River is a 70-21-9. It's 126.3, and it doesn't have the barrel date, but I know that we were just over 6 years on that one as well. It was like 6 years and like 2 months or something, maybe.
Yep. And I think we were talking by the time it gets barreled, it'll wind up being 6 years, 4 months or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But I thought what's cool about it is like definitely different profiles on each of them. They're definitely each a winner.
No, I agree, Eric. And then the next day, the very next day, we went to Owensboro, to Green River. I had never been to Green River. I didn't know that all the rick houses on site were. It's not brick. What was it? What is it called?
It's like a clay tile that looks like
Clay.
Yeah. Because and another thing I didn't know is that place actually burned down back in the day. I had no idea that it burned down. There's only like one little surviving structure there, but the entire what word am I looking for?
Distillery.
The entire distillery burned down back in the day. But
But
that was really fun. We got to go on a very quick tour at first. Kind of spun through. One of the where they're doing a lot of the fermentation and stuff. Got to try. I think it was the rye, right? We got to try the rye.
Yeah,
the rye and the
right off the still. Which to me it was very sweet. I actually thought it was the weeder and not the rye. But that was really, really good. And then we went to one of the rick houses and got to try the rye straight from the barrel.
Jesus.
And then we got to try the weeded bourbon straight from the barrel as well. And I will tell you, the stuff that they're about to be putting out here is nothing short of amazing. Now I know the rye was definitely very different. Being at that cast strength level. But then the weeded bourbon is just the weeded bourbon just smacks, man. I mean, it was so sweet. There was definitely some proof to it.
And the one that we had at that store was good too. That little sample.
Yep. And here's the thing too, guys. So when they talked about the allocations for the weeded single barrels, there's only going to be 100 barrels, I believe, is what he said. Only 100 barrels distributed across the nation. So those single barrels are going to be very difficult to find. And I know, he was saying, like Wes was saying, the guy who was leading the pick, he was like, it's kind of weird to say, but we're going to have a fairly allocated product, only having 100 barrels going to some of these places. And, but I mean, when you get to try something like that, that's good. Like it's crazy. Like,
and
it was
part of that too is restaurants. He was saying it's going to restaurant groups.
Yep. Heather Ann, sorry I'm late. I was supporting my girls' team. Hello, my love. Hi, Dan. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that.
Hey, Heather.
I think she was talking to me, Adam.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
She doesn't know me.
That, Heather. Good to see you. T-Rob, cheers, man. Cheers off from the gym. There you go, buddy. That workout in. I'll be going there tomorrow. Don't sleep on the New England Barrel Company single barrel rye and bourbon's insane stuff. I know I'm biased. You know what, Lance? I've been wanting to try. I see some of that stuff on secondary, but I don't. Sometimes I'll text Darrell. I don't know enough about the good single barrels for New England, but I know from what I've tried, they're amazing. So, Travis, the rye you bought was so good. Thank you for the bottle, by the way. But no, guys, when it came down to pick time for Green River, we had 4 samples and then a control pour in the middle, right?
Their Shelfer 94 proofer.
Yeah, Shelfer 94 proofer there that kind of sat in the middle, and it was the coolest serving. It was in the shape of a horseshoe. And Eric was like, "Can I steal one of these?" Or what do you?
That was me.
I didn't.
It was me.
Oh, it was Adam? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I always say it was.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Hold on. Let me zoom in on that. That thing's amazing. Look at that. That thing is so cool. But that's how our flight came out in. So it was again 4 different single barrels plus the 94 proofer. I'm trying to remember our initial thoughts on them. I know that I know initially there was definitely some variations in profile, but some of them seem to be very kind of similar in profile.
Yeah.
So
And-
2 had a heavy tobacco note that Ethan loved.
Yes. Yes, two definitely had that tobacco, kind of leathery, like profile.
Yeah.
That would have been great with a cigar. I'm still learning about that whole pairing piece, but I know he's gotten it down to like a science. And so I know he was a big fan of those. But ultimately, I feel like we were all kind of. I don't want to say like unimpressed, but we
Not
wanted
enthusiastic.
something that was like had that wow factor, I guess.
There were ones that you could, if you bought them at a store, you'd be real happy, but they weren't one that made you really, jump out at it. It tasted like, the guy here and the guys here pick. It had all that, the same notes, like you said, just a little bit very different, little variances that were different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, we were sitting there talking and trying to figure this out. And I think some of us had our current favorites at the moment. Ultimately, Eric was like as polite as can be, as professional as can be. It was just, Eric, go ahead. You take the floor. I can't remember what you said, but
I mean, something along the lines of that we like the samples that he put in front of us. Everything was great whiskey. We're a fan of the brand and everything. And if we were coming in picking as a store, these would be fantastic options. If we're trying to just sell something to a group that, we want everybody to be able to like it. And that was what we're going for. But we could just kind of explain that, like, hey, we're whiskey nerds, like, and the group that we have is looking for stuff that's unique. So we're coming here, looking for something a little bit more off profile, a little bit more wild. And, we just put it nicely. And then I feel like he kind of was like, it clicked. He was like, oh, I understand the assignment. And he's like, let me go grab some things out of my office. Yeah. And that's when we were like, okay.
There's a reason why they're in his office.
Yeah.
So when he came back and we started going through those, I think everybody was like, all right, now we're cooking with gas. Like,
I mean, that's, and I remember smelling that first one, and that's when I sat back in my chair and put my hood up, and I was like, this is what we wanted. Like, this is.
I didn't even sit down yet, and Renee looks at me, and she goes, I know which one you're picking, and as I just dropped in my seat, I just smelt it, and I'm going, yup, and then I picked. It was the first glass I picked up, and I said, that's what I smelt from across the room. That was so damn good.
Yeah. Yeah, the ones that the 3 samples that he brought out next were here we go.
Cheers, Ethan.
Hey, he's got his pocketbook.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Living the dream, my friend. How are y'all?
Hey, buddy. Good.
Feeling better?
Thanks.
I am like 70%, and that's 60% more than I was.
there you
Okay.
go. Whiskey
You
always makes you feel
You
better.
have it really bad, Ethan. Did I get you sick?
It could have been anything, man. It was for sure the flu, though.
Yeah.
Thank God I had the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been so much worse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you could have been like me that didn't have the shot, traveled on the plane next to Dan the whole time, 2 ways, and came in with nothing. But,
Just proves you didn't snuggle with him enough.
that's true.
And you sat in a car with them for all those hours also.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So maybe we all got it from Ethan and not Dan.
That's true. But the three samples that he brought out after that were, I feel, the profiles that we were kind of looking for from the start. And again, nothing wrong with the samples that he had prior to that. But it was definitely in my opinion, it felt like this was kind of like next level stuff. that we were looking for. So
Absolutely. Everything he put in front of us was good whiskey, but I feel like all of us have had some of those hitter barrels where that are just crazy, especially for the price point. And it's like you go into it going, oh, this is what I want. So it's kind of like when you get those ones that are just, they're really good still. They're great whiskey, but they're not those standouts. It's kind of like, man, I came for one thing, and I think we definitely walked away with it. So
they're a strong second and third on the podium all night, like you said, and we just wanted that one gold winner.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how the last 3 samples paired out.
So we voted off sample B unanimously.
So
we're like, we got to eliminate one, and so we all went with sample B. And then I feel like before we did the vote on the next one, I feel like everybody was like, I have my favorite, but honestly, I don't care what happens here because I would take either one of these. These are both incredible.
Yeah. Well, the way it broke down was all the men wanted sample 1, and then all the women and me wanted sample 3.
Yeah. So pretty normal pick for Adam.
Yep. I have a feminine palate. Not afraid to say it.
You like some peaches.
But no, guys, the one that we picked was, I can't wait for that thing to roll out here. That was an amazing barrel. So
magic.
Jeff says the weeded was good, but I would take our pick over it. I think the weeders need to get to that 8-year plus range to get that oak and complexity and balance, that sweetness. Yeah, I agree. Lance says I'll send them to you. I appreciate that, Lance. Copper Wolf in the house. What's going on, man?
That cash strength rye we got to try, man. Oh God, I was loving that.
Oh,
I just cracked that Cathedral.
Green River.
How is it, Adam?
The nose is insane, and it is so viscous.
You've already tried it?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Okay.
I've just been smelling it.
There's 9 different. Catch up on chat here. I've got a 12-year rye Distillery tasting room. Holy fuck, it's good. Oh man, JH, cheers, man. Good to see you, buddy. For us, Mr. Dan, gentlemen. What's going on, Sandeep? Cheers, my friend.
Oh my God.
Not good.
Oh fuck.
AKA Rye 3 rum.
Yeah.
An 18-year-old 130 proof range single barrel rum. Oh my! I didn't know that.
That's good. God damn, that's good.
Is it that good, Adam?
Yeah, it's fucking good, dude.
Independent Joe, what's going on, brother? Cheers, man.
All right, road trip to Adams.
Man, that French oak. Ready. So the French oak shines at the end. Like it's an oaky bugger, but it didn't hit me until just like the last bit at the back of the palate. But it's just waves of flavor.
Give you that spicy kind of oak.
It's not overly spicy.
No.
Mm-mm.
Is it that? It sounds like it's that cake frosting.
A little bit, but dark.
Yep.
So dark.
Green River Foolproof will make your mouth water. Total opposite of drying. Yeah, the Green River Foolproof is fantastic.
Yeah. That was the other thing. Seeing it at Barrelheads for $40. Jeez.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I love that store.
That's the cheapest I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Second sip of spice.
Cheers, Katie. Where's Marty tonight? He must be grounded for not going on the pig. I don't know where Marty is tonight. Northern West Bourbon, cheers, man. Good to see you. By the way, this Voodoo Barrel King is crushable. Lance, you're absolutely right, man. I'm telling you that Barrel King Voodoo is freaking where it's at, man. That is a good freaking bottle. That is a good that this one is probably one of the better ones that I've tried by far. Very, very good.
I'm glad to hear that.
We give away 2 samples. So,
So over 80% of this blend is at least 14 years old.
Oh, Jeff said, did you talk about my failure to fill the sample bottle? I cursed Sample D right off the bat trying to catch it from the barrel. Oh man. Who drilled the hole in that one? Ethan?
No,
Renee.
Renee did.
Renee drilled it. Okay. And then Jeff was trying to catch it.
Well, they both weren't tall enough to reach.
It's a common problem.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I thought you filled the second sample bottle and that went no better. It actually went worse, didn't it?
No, I think
it went fine. What are you talking about?
It went all over your jacket is where it went.
It went in his sleeve a little bit.
Oh yeah, it went down my sleeve just a little bit, but no, it wasn't a steady stream.
Yeah, it was like a post something.
It was like a 60-year-old man's flow.
It was cold.
Flavors.
it was cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It was pretty chilly in that brick house.
Yeah.
I mean, when the flow wavers, you don't know where it's going.
I think that was another issue with the Bardstown pick. Like all the refills and stuff were cold.
Mm-hmm.
So our original estimation of it was the right one.
So 4 was the winner.
No.
No, two was the winner.
2 was the winner.
I thought 4 was the winner.
Well.
Well, even if we vote now, we're going to be outvoted.
Eric Gunderson, cheers, man. Good to see you. Heather says, glad to see you survived, Ethan. Scroll down here. Renee, no one mentioned it until you took confession, Jeff. Oh, shit, that's funny.
God damn, man.
The Heroes bottle was delivered this week, 132 proof. Damn, Jack Daniel, the Heroes was 132 proof? I thought the Heroes were all set at like a certain proof point. Maybe I'm thinking of something different.
So you're
the drill was
thinking of
the
130.8.
Yours is 130.8.
I think you're thinking about the you're confusing it with like the Evan Williams Heroes bottle. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, okay. That's probably what it is. Lance, I'm drinking voodoo like a 6-year-old. Lance says I'm drinking the voodoo like a 6-year-old drinks apple juice. I'm telling you, that thing it's crushable, man. That's good stuff. Ethan botched the first one, and I couldn't let him win, so I botched it twice as much. Come on, Jeffrey, hop on here, man. Found a Heroes Edition last week at base, 139.8 proof. Oh my God!
Oh, I mean, it's not surprising. Those Heroes picks are all out of the Coyle warehouse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anything on those higher tiers is gonna be hazmat or near on.
Dan, I got a 27-year-old Willet. I don't know how to explain it, but we killed it and it was ridiculous. What? A 27-year-old Willet.
Ethan, I think a cigar is going to go really nicely with this.
Dude,
it's
super toasty. Willet, that's probably like a $6,000 bottle.
No, it's an empty bottle.
Mm-hmm. Now it's an empty bottle. Damn, that's crazy. Tommy D says his Heroes is 136.8. Yeah, they all seem high, I guess. Yeah, maybe I was thinking of the other Heroes edition. No, guys, all in all, though, the picks, they were amazing. It was such a fun time. It always goes by quick, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's never enough time. But, you know, we had some good times back at the house outside of me getting sick. But I know they all had a really good time. It was a lot of driving. I'll say that. It was a lot of driving. There was a lot of driving. And thank you, Ethan, for that, because I don't know how you do it, but I know we were in the car for I don't even know how many hours total. It was a lot.
It was a bunch.
8 hours that first day, probably. Between driving there and then the ride in between.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah, probably
6,
about
7.
I was going to say 6.5 hours probably the first day. Yeah. I was feeling no pain after Bardstown, though. I had an awesome time.
My legs got so hot in that back seat.
Oh shit!
So in the back seat of Ethan's truck, Dan was to my left, Eric was to my right, and I was in the middle. And like a fool,
all right, that's enough. That's enough, Adam. Don't tell him all the good details.
Fool, I brought a pillow and blanket for the Airbnb because I figured, it's going to be cold, and I know Airbnbs have like the little paper thin sheets and comforters. Like, yeah, I'm planning ahead. I didn't think about travel and transport to get there. So I'm crunched in the back seat. Both of them are racked out with their legs aspread. Man's spreading into me, so I'm sitting here like this. Got all this bedding on top of me with 2 vents blasting my knees. So half of me was really warm.
And that blanket was a blanket. That was a
Hell
blanket, man. Yeah, that wasn't a little small comforter. That thing was thick.
Yeah.
I could barely see Adam's eyes over it.
Oh man.
Is that another short joke?
Lance, we got it out of a container and we're corked. I tried to talk my buddies out of it, but they were like, who gives a fuck? It was worth it. Oh my God, man. Jesus, that's crazy.
Oh God, that's good.
So I think what's cool about the picks that we did was we walked away with like some like 1.5 of each of those. So we had like a 200 milliliter and then like a half or 3/4 of the way full. And once we were back at the house after we had both of them, we got all that crazy whiskey out on the table. And I was like, let me just try a little sip of the Bardstown. I was like, let me just try a little sip of this Green River here. So like with all that insane whiskey on the table, I was like wanting to drink that more. So I feel like that's how that we walked away with good picks when that's what you're longing for.
And I left the Green River pour on the table for you guys.
You did, John. I couldn't even drink it. That shit hit me. I could not even drink that at all.
We were hanging out in the dining room, and Dan was on one of the love seats or something, and we get to hear him every now and again.
He had his hoodie pulled up and squinched real tight.
Yeah.
It's like he was playing online poker at 2 a.m. in the morning.
That's crazy. It's just crazy how it hit me like that, man. That was bad.
Miserable.
Yeah. I don't know how you got on an airplane that way.
Oh, trust me, it was difficult. Eric and I, when we got there, luckily our gate was like right there, and we went to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but how about the people who sat next to you on the airplane?
Well, that flight was super light.
Okay.
57 people.
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
So yeah, we each had like our own row basically. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, much better than going. But
well, if you didn't choose to sit next to Big Bertha, man, we probably could have had a seat with just me and you in it, sandwiched in the middle.
That's what got him sick in the first place, Eric.
I don't know what's up with your guys' immune system, but me and Adam are clearly and Katie have the strongest. Like,
dude, I rarely get sick. I rarely get sick. Ever since I got my tonsils taken out, like it's maybe once a year, if that. But
I'm not.
I was sick all last year. I'm not gonna be sick this year.
I'm knocking on the barrel. I'm not saying a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, my immune system sucks.
Yeah.
That one smacked me, man, and it sucks. Trust me, I wanted to drink with you guys so bad that last night, and I couldn't. I could not. There was no way in hell I could drink anything.
Eric beat me and Jeff in a blind flight.
Yeah, that's right. That's when you guys did the blind flight. Yeah, Katie set it up. Lance, I had the 20-year John E. Fitzgerald Reserve last weekend. Ooh,
dang.
Yeah, Renee said John and I were good too. They didn't get sick.
Well, Renee's always on an airplane. She's immune to a lot of things, but when she gets it, she gets hit hard.
I think John, Renee, and I were saved because we were in these ice boxes, and any sort of illness would have died immediately if it got in there.
True story.
Yeah. I mean, my God, I went to like that morning before we all left there, I went and used the bathroom, in there where John and Renee were staying, and I could just feel how cold it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cold, man. I like
and I opened the window before I left. That was with the open window.
Do you guys remember the random deer that was sitting in the backyard too?
Yeah.
I had to scare off. Yeah.
Ethan captured it.
Yeah.
Around a little bit.
I did. It was fun.
It was fun. That was like right after he got done shoveling too. I knew he was tired.
Dang.
Yeah, she was freaking out. Had to get her out of there.
Jeff said that's because we guessed the walleye run on all 3 samples and we were all wrong all 3 times. Renee says no germs in the meat locker. That's right. Yeah. I get sick every 5 or so years, and then he signs blessed with whiskey and sleep. There you go. There you go, Richie. Flu's crazy this year. It's rampant. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I definitely got hit with that trip, but now my oldest is sick, so I feel bad because I know it had to come from me. So, Sean, what's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy. Cheers, man. Ethan, what are you drinking?
I have the Rum Forest rum.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'll pour that next.
Yeah, see, mine's still at your guys' place. I can't wait to drink that. Randall Erickson, did you guys stay in a log cabin, B&B? No.
It was a nice old house that they had put an addition on, but they forgot to insulate the addition.
Well,
or have heating vents there probably, because once you close the door to John and Renee's room, I don't think that any heat got back there.
Oh no, it didn't.
No.
So that's when the living room got real warm, and their room got to probably 30 degrees or something. Like it was.
But the best part was everything had a price tag on it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Just in case you wanted to buy some fine art that was in there.
And if you had a coloring book that had a price tag. You had crayons with price tags on it.
So in my room, I went upstairs to change, and I think Katie and Eric were up there. And I said, "Hang on, guys, I'm going to shut the door so I can change." And the door was windowed, an interior door. And I'm just standing behind it, looking at them.
Oh shit!
So naturally, I made eye contact with Adam.
Oh yeah.
Oh goodness! Chris Baker says, "Yum yum, sipping times. Where's the heat?" Chris, I'm drinking this 132 proof Buffturkey Elkwood Reserve, 15 years.
It drinks way below its proof.
It does. I remember I asked John how he slept. He's like, I used every towel, everything to stay warm in that room.
Me and my wife were never so close. Fully dressed, the bath towels, everything.
Oh my God. That's funny.
I actually slept in shorts. It's a rarity.
You slept in shorts?
Yeah. It was cold, man.
Yeah,
but he
usually
had his
sleeps in
blanket.
the Buffturkey.
But he had his blanket.
Yeah, I doubled the blanket up because it was a little twin-size bed. In my bunk bed for one.
Maureen Franchi, what's going on? Gary Franchi, what's going on? Cheers, guys.
Franchi's.
What's up, y'all?
Cheers. Let me drop this link back in here in case anybody wants to hop in, guys.
You guys got me thinking. I counted all the beds upstairs. And if that top bunk bed was left empty, Adam, where'd everybody else sleep?
I think Dan and Eric shared a bed.
Not this time. Not this trip.
Nobody had to share.
Oh, it was Eric and Jeff in the same room.
Yeah.
Where was Jeff?
Two
on the
beds,
floor?
2 beds, of course.
Well, who was in your room with you, Adam?
The goat.
Nobody. That was the one empty bed. If Marty had come, we'd have been completely full.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't have trusted that bunk bed with Dan on top of it either. Adam.
No, I was gonna get on top.
They would have been in the same bunk. What are you talking about?
I don't think both of us could have fit in that little room with the bed in there.
No.
No, you would have had a maneuver like one at a time. You got to be like, all right, you get out of bed first.
Synchronized moving.
Yeah, I mean that was for sure a little sun porch that had been closed in badly.
Yeah.
But the price was right on that place. So
and that house was really cool,
yeah.
Literally. But also, historic.
Right in the middle of things in Owensboro, so that was good.
And it had a perfect location. When we drove out the next morning, we drive around the corner and it was like, holy mackerel, what did we miss? It was a whole, malls, every restaurant you could think of around the corner.
Yeah.
But going in there, it didn't look nothing like that.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Nice, Chris.
What was that other distillery we passed? Along the railroad tracks, next to the grain company. There was a large distillery.
That's a good question, John.
Was there? I don't remember that.
Yep.
Was it a distillery
right by the
or a
grain
brewery?
company, right on the railroad tracks.
I thought it was a brewery.
No, it was a distillery. I think it was a Buffalo Trace brand.
There's a Sazerac Glenmore distillery there.
That's it. It was Glenmore.
Huh.
It has a really bad Google review rating. I'm curious now. I wonder what they say.
I'm sure nobody was sleeping commando. No, I don't think so. No commando.
I mean, not all the rooms were that cold. No.
EJ Dan, speaking of sharing beds, any update on the Bull Run pick? Not yet. Still trying to figure that whole thing out. Seeing if we can somehow make it a twofer.
Oh, it's just truck drivers rating it 1 star. Vic, what are you doing, man?
Gary H. Travis, I was a guest picker for a private group. It was a 10-year MGP. I'll have to see if I can get a PN allocation. If I win Bowman Lottery, I'll be coming your way, Dan. Hell yeah, buddy. We can meet up. We can meet up out there. Last time I went out there, I was with Ethan. Slapshot, yeah.
Andy, yep.
Yep, that was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you that Bardstown juice given to HK Young with their batch 2 is amazing, says Chris Parker. I don't know if I ever tried the batch 2. I know I tried the batch 1. I don't know if I ever tried the batch 2. I can't remember.
No, you did not.
No.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump off. I got an early start tomorrow.
All right, man. Thanks for hopping on, John.
It was a pleasure having a pour with all of you.
Yeah, buddy.
Reminiscing.
Cheers,
and we'll
John.
see you guys on the next one.
See you soon for Tennessee breakfast.
Sounds good,
Sure.
buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Later, man.
Lance, my oldest, is in DC, so it works for me. Yeah. Lance, anytime you're down this way, man, let me know. I could try to make something work. I'm not too far outside of DC. Sometimes I go in there. So let me know.
It sounds like the worst.
Well, DC?
Yeah.
Yeah, DC is not the best. I mean, it's just like going into it, it's not as bad as leaving during rush hour. If you don't get out of there when the government gets out, forget it.
Yeah.
$4.99. Oh, Senior Tony. Who you think you are? I am. Cheers, boys. Oh my God, that was that Pete Weber, the bowler, who made that comment?
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah, who do you think you are? I am. Cheers, man. Thank you for the super chat, buddy.
That's right.
Oh shit, that's funny. I literally just saw that clip before I came over here.
That dude's hilarious.
Oh God, he's probably all messed up. Who knows?
I love how bowlers and dart throwers celebrate.
So aggressive.
I know. It's like, this isn't a sport. It's a game.
Yep. See, yeah, Dundee says Pete Weber. Yep. That's so funny.
I love both, though.
Yeah. Rusky P. Coltrane says in Owensboro, that's Sazerac. Last of my kids left the nest today, so I can now keep my bourbon locker unlocked. Nice. Randall, how does that feel, man, to not have any kids at the house anymore? I know it's got to be bittersweet. Like,
cheers, Ed.
Nothing.
It's only bittersweet if you like your kids.
Yeah. HK is so nice. Chocolate covered cherries, rich toffee, finishes sweet oak, peanut brittle with nice spice. Huh. $20 from the Ed Williams. Evening, y'all. Cheers, Ed.
Cheers, Ed.
See you, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, this rum is good.
Oh yeah, man.
You are in it to win it, my friend. Good to see you, man. Guys, if anybody wants to hop on, I dropped the link in the chat. You guys are more than welcome to hop on here and shoot the shit. Not doing anything crazy tonight, so yet. We had a sleep number and hated it. Now I have a Tempur-Pedic.
You got to keep it tame tonight. You don't have your base coat of pizza.
I know. Nothing after 8, man. That's it. It's tough. Trust me. I could definitely eat a pizza right now, for sure. But I could lose a little weight, man. Tommy D, it's kind of lonely. Do they have stores? Not having the kids here. Yeah, I can definitely see that, Tommy. And it's definitely. I'm sure it's a very different feeling. Walking into a house where kids grew up, and then you walk into it and there aren't any kids anymore. I'm sure it's a very odd feeling. I'm sure. Loneliness is crazy. It's too quiet without the kids. Yeah, see, that's man. Yeah. You see, my oldest he'll be 15 this year. So it's weird, man.
I was just thinking about this like really recently, and I was like, dude, my kid, I'm gonna be so old by the time my kids leave the house that like I don't even know, like, and then you know, if I have to walk my daughter down the aisle and stuff, man, I'll be lucky if I can even walk at that point. So
yeah, because your oldest is what, 3, 4?
And well, my youngest is going to turn 3 here, and my oldest 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes, when I start doing the math, it kind of makes me feel bad about myself.
No,
not bad about myself, but like
at least you got a chance to live your life.
Be old.
At least you had a chance to live your life and do the things you wanted to before you had kids, though. You know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Instead of rushing into things. Lance says, "Bro, I just ate the best kimchi and beef. Oh my god, beef skewers I ever had. That's sounds so good. Been an empty nester since 2018. Love my girls, but love having my calm house with wife, cat. Yeah, I guess it can kind of go both ways. I guess it really just depends on who you are. You know, it's I would hope that when my kids move out, that maybe they're local. They stay local, and it's easy to kind of see them rather than moving, across the country or whatever. But no, it is weird, like I still reside in the same house that we had kids in, and it's just like I look back at these pictures sometimes, and it's like, man, like I'll never see those little shoes again. You know what I mean? Like it's a very weird, surreal kind of thing. Like it's odd,
I feel like if you want to hang out with your kids as they become like teenagers and young adults and adults or whatever, you got to have something that they're interested in. So like my parents like had a boat, so then it was like always like, oh yeah, we'll go down to the boat or whatever. Like people with their parents, if they have like a beach house or a lake house or something, like whatever, you go skiing together. Like there's got to be some kind of like activity or something that like draws them, that it's like, okay, I want to do that.
I asked my oldest the other day. I was like, hey, you want to go see that new Captain America movie? And he's like, what about tomorrow? And I was like, whatever, man. the too cool for dad stage, and That's a weird feeling too, like being like turned down, whereas you're used to hearing, a few years back, it was like, yeah. Now it's what about tomorrow? And it's all good, man. I mean, it is what it is. They get older, they have their own personalities, they grow into their own person. It's it's expected. It's weird how fast it's gone. It's very weird how fast it's gone. The time has it's flew by, and it's mind blowing. Like, it's crazy.
So it gets me.
I
My
still have
son
a
right
picture
now.
of him in my room of us coming back in from playing in the snow, and his cheeks being all like rosy red, and having a SpongeBob cup full of hot chocolate. Like, I remember that day like it was yesterday, and it's been like 9 years. Like, it's crazy. It's so weird how fast it goes. So when I got fixed, the doctor said I would not have kids anymore. I was pissed when I got home. They're still there. Oh, God, it's funny. Trust me, walking around naked or semi-naked is a fraying feeling. Yeah, I can see that. Lance, it's real
you don't want to see that.
27, 22, 20, and a son that's 24. Wow. Nest has been empty for a couple years now. It's tough at first, then it becomes your own life again. Yeah. I mean, I can definitely see that. It's Buffturkey 15-year oaky with herbal, earthy taste. What about the sweeter spice level? No, Chris. So this one here, this is very like cherry forward. You do get some of that oakiness. There's a little bit of some grapiness to this one too. Almost reminds me of a white grape, kind of white grape, cherry cola oakiness to this one. 132 proof, so it's got that. It doesn't drink 132 proof, but it definitely has that little bit of that spiciness and boldness to it.
Is that the Spaniard, Ethan? Nice.
Oh, you got it.
Tommy, don't get animal control. Nice. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I drank that the other night.
Called on you.
It's a very recognizable bottle shape.
The kimchi is so fucking good.
That a lot.
Man, I'm a sucker for some kimchi, man. Heather Ann, still learning how to deal with my when my kids are gone. It's been an experience for sure. I'm also on the brink of being an empty nester. I'm honestly not looking forward to it. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I know my oldest, I probably still have. I don't think he'll move out when he's 18. I'm not the type of parent that's going to be like, you're out of here when you're 18 years old, man. Because like I saw, even with me, like with my, with my parents before they split and divorced, but like, they were just like, I was like, you can come back, anytime you want, that's kind of how I feel like I am. Like, I'm not super on like booting them out right at 18 years old and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's a much different world than when I grew up. Things are, what word am I looking for? Things are a little more,
soft.
Well, that's for sure. I can't figure out what word I'm looking for, but it's just a very different world from when we were younger at our age. So.
It is, right, but I feel like it's kid to kid. I think some kids would benefit from basically being told, "Hey, go figure shit out, go on."
Yeah.
But some kids, like, that's not going to help them at all. You just got to know that kid and what they need.
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, definitely, like, doing something like that will make you mature much quicker than someone who doesn't have to go through that.
Lance, I think it's hard enough out there for them these days.
And that's
they don't need any help.
It's definitely a different world for sure.
Yeah,
and just like our parents, like when they were growing up, that was a much different world than what we lived in. I mean, Christ, they were living in the 70s and all that back in the day when it was loose and laxed. And
well, the culture is completely different now. We're so dependent on so many technologies and stuff. It costs money.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, add that into your cost of living. So it's
but that's the thing, though, right? You don't have to be dependent on those technologies. Most of them are complete luxuries.
Like a like transport, like cell phone, like access to
an iPhone is a luxury, buddy. You can buy a little $20 burner phone and have everything you need. An iPhone is a luxury, my friend.
Okay.
A nice car is a luxury. You can
a nice car, even like used beaters are like 10 grand.
No, you can buy a 15-year-old Tacoma, not Tacoma.
That was a personal attack on Adam.
Camry or something. That would actually maybe it was
a 15-year-old Tacoma is still 20 grand.
But you can go buy an older sedan. Like again, if you want a truck or something, sure, it's going to be expensive. But nobody wants sedans. You can go buy a new sedan for $18,000, right?
Yeah.
So no, there's plenty of ways to, right? But there's just I don't know. With luxury and everything you see, you people tend to think like, oh, well, that's that, right? That's the norm, and it's not, right? Plenty of people don't have the fancy stuff and the nice stuff, and you
they're
just gotta
ostracized and social outcast.
Hey, that's fine. If people are gonna ostracize me because I drive a crappy car, then fuck them.
You drive a really nice truck. I don't want to hear it.
But my point stands, right? If I pull up in the white van, right? The cargo van looks like I should be delivering for Amazon.
Well, you don't have to worry about children then. They all run away.
Exactly.
As much as he advertises free candy, I mean.
Yeah, no, I just haven't turned the speakers around with the ice cream music.
It's got tin foil over the windows. Looks really cool.
Sandy
says, at the end of the day,
get used to it. Friends company is better now than going out with dad. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean, one of the things that's like really big now for the kids in middle school, I'll be going to high school next year, is cologne. And it's like you take these kids somewhere as a group and there's like 5 different cologne smells in your car.
Oh, God.
That's the thing right now, man, is smelling good. That is the thing. Is cologne.
When did that ever stop being the thing,
it's heavy. It's heavy. There is no less is more. It's like spraying like 6 sprays and
Tommy, it's capitalist. That's the word you want.
Yeah.
Starts with a C, not a B.
But yeah, I mean, I see what Heather's talking about cars, and I get it, right? I agree. Yep, it's my first car. My parents bought me for $500. You can't do that anymore. Completely agree.
No.
But the whole idea that like you have to. It's a $20,000 car for a kid and everything. And granted, if you have girls, it's a different animal because you want to protect them more and everything. But again, as a guy growing up with one sister but more brothers, we had beaters, right? And it was fine. You dealt with it. You learned how to work on them. My sister's kids, all girls, and they've all had beaters, right? They've learned a lot about what not to do to their vehicles and to check the oil every time they start them and stuff like that, Yep. Like there's life lessons in everything. You just got to choose to pick them out.
Lance said, I love my kids. My son is 24, is a police officer. 22-year-old works for Coke. 20-year-old will be a teacher. My 20-year-old is a libtard. I don't know what to say unemployed. Oh, goodness. Tommy D, go to college for free room board. If not, pay me rent. No. Yeah. We became empty nesters. Got a job in Maui. Hell yeah. 6 years at the beach and sand. There you go. Talk of kids and my son calls me. It was a sign, Sandy. Henry, cheers. Did you snag that Elkwood from Henry? No, I got this. Well, I don't know where Top Dog got this from. It was from Barrels and Brews.
Yeah. I think he did the pick.
Local. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Barrels and Brews. That's where I got it from.
Actually, didn't Sealbox drop one of those? Not the Elkwood, but an OKI 16 year today.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
$370 for it.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Chris Baker says some stag batches have that cherry cola and white grape taste. Yeah, I mean that's kind of like that's just kind of the vibes I'm getting from this one. Definitely that like cherry cola, a little bit of effervescence there, but it definitely has like some of that like white kind of sweet grape note to it too. Had to get dessert out. Lefroy 10 sherry cask, says Roscoe P. Coltrane. Okay. Heather Ann says, absolutely agree. My oldest lived at home until he was 21. My next oldest is gone by 19. I have an 18 and 15-year-old left, and I'm sure that Emma will stay home for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not up to boot them out. You know what I mean? It's nice to have some extra company in the house, and we have some very interesting conversations now that he's a little bit older. It's very funny sometimes.
That's cool.
I feel like you want to set your kids up for success is the whole thing about it. And like what Ethan was saying about how like everybody's like a little bit different. Like, so you boot them out too early and you put them in a bad position and they're always, behind and where they could have been had they stayed a little bit longer. But on the flip side, you have, you coddle them too much and you pay for everything and they don't have a job and they're not working hard, then that's at a detriment to, So it's a balance.
Yeah, Randall says let the kids live at home as long as they worked and saved their money to move out in a year or two. It worked for all three. I was lucky. Nice.
Yeah.
Listen to young kids. What would you do? Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that I've noticed with having kids these days is really kind of as a parent, right? Like, I think investing your time in really kind of understanding like what they're talking to you about, right? You got to find that common interest, and like you got to show them that you're interested in what they're talking about, because kids these days are a lot more in tune with things like that. Like my son would know if I'm not interested in the things that he's talking to me about, and I don't ever want to show that, right? Whether I'm interested or not, I try to make myself be interested in it and have that commonality, I guess. Like,
Yeah, I get it. That's how I am when I talk to Adam. I get it.
All this time was a lie? Son of a bitch. God. Beautiful son of a bitch.
My first car was a 78 Ford Thunderbird, and I learned how to drive on a 74 Pinto. There you go. As a person who bought cars for teens, they're expensive. I paid $5,000 for a car. It's currently broken down. Average price for good used is $7,000 to $8,000. So I said, yep.
Yeah, Josh, it was a great day for investing.
Adam, what is the term for someone that needs all nice things? Starts with a B.
Bourgeoisie.
Bourgeoisie.
Or bougie.
Teen next week. Not going to kick him, but storing the milk once he graduates college. There you go. Yeah. Yes, God forbid if they spray it right before they get in the truck. Yeah.
That's good advice, Chris.
Yes. What's going on, Fritz? Cheers, man.
I agree. The trades are the way to go, man.
Yep.
Like plumbers make more than most college grads coming out of school these days.
There's a massive skill gap in the labor force.
Oh, absolutely.
In 10 years with like trades like that, with like plumbers and everything, like if you look at the statistics of how many are out there in the country, how many are retiring every year, and how many take their place, it's half. So by those numbers, you're just talking about in a matter of time how much the cost of that is going to multiply. So like those jobs are only getting better. I mean,
well, that's
going to be like the new hack in the future is like, oh, what you got to do is go to trade school and start your business. And
yeah, it's going to reverse again. It's just going to keep bouncing back and forth. I think a lot of people from my generation and the generation got sold a bad bill of goods that you had to have a 4-year degree to get a good job. And now everybody went to college. Well, a lot of people went to college, got the degree, and there were no jobs. And they said, oh, you need a master's degree for this. And it's the classic rug pull.
Yeah.
So I can't afford to go to grad school. I've already been saddled with $50,000 in student loan debt, and I can't afford to pay my payments. Or you can become institutionalized and put off your loan payments if you're enrolled in classes. So you just keep building and building all this debt. And when you finally graduate with your art degree, there's no job for you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do now? Default on all your loans, of course. And that's the economy we have now.
Yeah, It's nuts, man.
Josh Friss says get them investing early. Yeah, not a bad idea. Chris Baker says get a trade, HVAC, welder, oil, gas, energy, etc. Learn to trade stocks. Yeah, man. Yep. Absolutely.
Heck, at this point, anything electric, that's what you want to be in.
Yep. Commercial refrigerator repair, big 6 figures. Nice. Randall Erickson, Lance, understand that 35 years in the military, we set a military standard at home. Point the kids, one after 2 years. Amazing what happens when you're when you force your kids to make their beds. EJ for trades, there are 2 projects in Boise that are paying around $200 a day over scale.
Holy shit!
Yep.
Yeah, apprentice making over $100K.
I would not want to live in Idaho. No offense.
Actually, Idaho's awesome, man. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. It gets cold and everything, right? But especially if you get along the southern part of Idaho, you've got some awesome mountains, and there's a couple of nice rivers through there. Especially if you get over near the Washington border, you've got Coeur d'Alene, and that is Coeur d'Alene is so fucking gorgeous.
That was in France.
Yeah. I feel like Coeur d'Alene is one of those places that it's hard to leave if you spend any time there. Outstanding over there. But yeah, I mean, every time I have to pay a plumber to do something, and most of the electrical I do myself, and a lot of it I do myself, but the plumbing is still one thing that I just, I have a hard time with. And every time I have to pay a plumber to do something, I'm just like, fuck, that hurts more every time.
Yeah. Heather Ann says all of mine have been told not to go to college unless necessary.
Well, and that's the thing, right? It's like, what do you want to do? What are you looking to do? Do you need a degree for it? If you need a degree for it, then sure, get your degree. And not just do you need a degree, what kind of degree?
Yeah.
Go in with open eyes, be aware. But yeah, the idea that you finish high school and you go to college, it's near on wasteful for a lot of kids.
But the only reason I'm taking classes right now is because they're free.
Well, and that's a big part of it too, right? Take advantage of what's available.
Yep.
It's crazy to think at 16, 17, 18, you have to pick what you want your future to be in terms of a career. Like, think about how crazy that is.
Have you talked to anyone who is like 17 or 18 these days recently?
No.
Man.
See, my son, I know my son's not there yet, but he's like either dead set on being a police officer or going into the military. Like that's what he wants. Yeah. So, and I haven't heard anything outside of that. So,
I mean, the good thing about either one of those careers, right, is even if it's a mistake for him, it's not going to leave him in worse shape. You know,
right?
He'll do his 2 years, 4 years, whatever his thing is, and he'll learn a hell of a lot, and then he can figure out what he wants to do, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you go into the wrong 4-year degree and you come out with like Adam said, $50,000 in debt, and you're in a fucking hole with no way to dig yourself out.
Yep. And you want to change up career paths completely. College is junk, says Lance. Yeah, I mean, I love renting. I call my landlord. Shit's broke. Come fix it. I'm on Thursday.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the only option left is OnlyFans.
Yeah, that is a high school problem.
Oh, my God. Son is going in for engineering, which you do need school for, but there's a shortage. Yep. High school still push for them to make a decision before they graduate. Yeah, so I know over at in the high schools around here, we have there's like a big kind of government push because we have NSA right over here. We also have NASA, but they'll come in and they'll do these little like job fair kind of like hiring things for like the seniors, for the juniors and seniors in high school. And I have a couple of buddies that I know that actually went into those programs. They're still with NASA. None of them went to the agency, but they went to NASA. But they've been with NASA now for like like 20 some years, and that was just because they happened to come to the high school that day and basically recruit them.
Their retirement program is amazing.
NASA's,
yeah.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, but for how long, right? Like,
yeah, 20 years.
Well, no, but the thing is, like, how long will it last? Is what I'm saying. Because
I see.
The military retirement used to be the same way, but if you joined up after, I think it was like 2015, you don't have the same access to that 20-year excellent retirement like historically everybody did.
That's right.
So it's just
the same thing at the state level too.
At some point, it's going to change, right? Somebody's going to come in and decide it makes more sense to do a 401k style system, and so now it's not as lucrative.
Yeah, it's they're going to replace NASA with SpaceX.
Yeah, I mean, he's been with NASA since he was literally a senior in high school. Like and he started out as almost like a temp role, you know what I mean? Coming out of high school, temp role, and then basically just stayed in, worked his way up, and now it's been 21, 22 years now that he's been with them.
My uncle was down at Redstone for NASA.
Yeah.
He retired from the Army as a full bird colonel, JAG officer. Retired from NASA. Yeah, he went to NASA, retired from NASA, then got rehired by NASA as a consultant. So he had his pensions from them and then his salary as a consultant.
That's some
buku bucks.
That's some cake, yeah. Yeah.
Well, the thing about retiring from NASA is that you have to keep that secret that we never actually landed on the moon. So I mean, it's got to pay well.
Oh God, Eric! Damn it! You got Stanley Kubrick outside your house.
Who knows what they really work on over there? Who knows, man? Joe, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you guys?
Not too bad. So Joe is going to be on the channel.
Economics, college, all this shit. That's great.
Deep conversation.
Yeah. Lance says I worked in jail from 1990 to 1997. Honestly, old school jails like Shawshank. Then police department from 98 till now. I'm an admin now. I'm a voice for reason, I think. Yeah. Yeah, man. I hear you, Lance. I know there was some old school gangsters up there. When you were working in the jails, I know that for sure. That's the real gangsters, man. Virtual moon landing is we don't talk about the moon landing.
Get you your own shirt.
Sandy bingo on that. Glad my two kids became engineers. One's a legal assistant with the DOJ. Nice. What's going on, Mash? Cheers, man.
What's up, Jason?
Cheers, Jason.
Drop this in here just in case. Guys, so Joe is going to be on the channel next week. We're going to do the prices right.
Wait, what? Next week?
Next week, man.
Dude, you just told me today.
I'm sending your samples out tomorrow.
Oh my God.
It should be fine. I mean, if you want to do the following week, that's fine too, Joe. It's not a big deal, man. Whenever you want.
Okay.
Not a big deal at all, buddy.
Okay, so you don't want me to put any thought into this then? You just want me to text them? Because that would mean I have to. This is the flight for the next one.
You kicked him immediately.
Jeffrey.
What's up, everybody?
Jeff?
What's up, Jeff?
Cheers, man.
me and Jeff have a battle on the 21st. His flight just went out today.
Oh man, I gotta plot mine.
Yeah, man, it's completely up to you, Joe. If you can make the samples happen before next Monday, that's fine. If not, we can wait till the following Monday, buddy. Not a big deal.
I just took a screenshot of that.
Jeff, if you could send me the answers to the 19th live stream, I'd appreciate it.
EJ,
I gotta put that
Joe,
one together too.
Easy. Yeah, man, I don't want it easy. I know that. I know Joe's got some freaking bottles.
What's up,
Cheers,
Jay?
buddy?
Well,
What's going on,
this
Jay?
right here is the under 30 because I couldn't figure out which one to send. So this is under 30. I'm gonna go through them. I'm gonna do the hard work and try to figure out which one would be the better one.
I'll be honest with you, man. I had to reuse an under 30 bottle because I don't have any more. So I had to reuse one that I've used already.
Well,
so.
I want to send you each one of these, I want to send you something you haven't had before, and it tastes like shit.
I love that format.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you.
I'm just kidding.
Bourbon engineer Dan, NASA pays well since we never went to the moon, just landed in the Nevada desert, saved a ton of cash. Yeah, maybe. That's funny. Goodness. Nick says, cheers, Jason. Can't wait to see your new collab with BK Brings. Yeah, man.
That's exciting.
Any more on that, Jay?
Just getting barrels.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of the fun part, but the real fun part will be when it's time to taste all the barrels that come in and see which ones I want to use for my releases. But everything's kind of coming along at the right time. I got the designers are working on the logos, the labels, everything, and the barrels are coming in, and we have some. I can't say where I'm going to be tasting barrels soon, but I'll be tasting some really killer barrels at a certain distillery soon.
Can you drop a hint in my text message?
The dude's only had the partnership for like 2 weeks, and he already stopped telling us shit. Damn.
Well, because I don't want to say I'm getting them from there, and then I go and then I taste them, and I'm like, I'm not going to get them. It just looks bad.
It has nothing to do with the hat that you're wearing.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Richie
I got this pre-drum key.
Oh, okay.
Lance, it'll be Kentucky. I want to try to focus on Kentucky whiskey if I can. That's what people seem to like. I mean, there'll be times where I go elsewhere depending on what I'm tasting, but we'll see.
World's Worst Bourbon Channel says, "Oh, it's Dusty Tartlets." Cheers, man.
It's going to be Jeff the Creed for sure. So,
RTDs.
I'm not wearing an ascot. So,
oh shit. So Richie said he was at the funny. I was at NASA Emerson Mountain View earlier today. Their space bar needed CO2. Nice, Richie. Kentucky is always a good start. Yeah, Kentucky's always a good start, man.
Yeah.
Jason, are you a member of Barrel King? Like for their monthly subscription?
Well, I am now.
Did you get the voodoo yet?
No, I haven't got it.
God, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of the stuff that he has now, just getting better and better. He's getting some really cool barrels in. So it's a big reason why I want to work with them. Some of the stuff they're getting in and some of the stuff they're planning to get in, it's pretty freaking cool. So
I love Jared. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, that was also a big part of it, for me, just a really nice family atmosphere. He's open. He's trying to do what he can to help me out and the brand, and obviously it helps him out in the long run too. So, but yeah, and of course Kim really likes Jared and Rachel, so that helps.
There you go. That's that weeder, right, Jeff?
I always got this sitting over my shoulder here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe, what are all those samples in front of you?
This is
I know.
This is trying to figure out which one of these I want to send to you.
That's the under 30.
The over 130. Or
over 130.
He finished the wort 9 ways.
Or is it 150? Over 150? I forgot what it was. 130, 150 something.
No one Mondays like Joe Mondays. That's for sure.
That is the that's just tonight's appetizer for Joe.
Good show. You don't have to be
all that 8-year Castle and Key available now too. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Castle and Key does have 8 years, so
I need more than 8.
Yeah, no thanks.
Barrel. So Lance says Barrel King replaced Old Carter for me. Really? Yeah.
I'm in the middle of picking one of these, and these are really weird to pick.
Oh, the Hirsch Double Oaks.
Nice.
Yep.
15%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Willet mash bill.
Feed the starving kids in Africa says, please feed the kids in Africa.
So these are funky.
It's a spam
Why do
bot.
you say? That's not real. Why do you say it's weird.
You have to be a member.
Just because I don't have much Willet. You know, I don't drink a lot of Willet. I don't really like paying the prices of Willet, and even the Willet that's affordable, I think is shitty Willet. So
go get your pot still out. Do a little comparison and control pour.
I like pot still, but Willet pot still is just weird. And we have Lance. Yeah, some of those suck. The third sample, we only got 3 barrels to choose from. The third one was like drinking a Sharpie marker. It was awful.
So
some people
what is it? What is this? Feed the starving kids in Africa. Why is there so many posts on here?
It's a spam bot.
It's a spam bot.
Spam.
Yeah.
You're getting,
it's been taken care of.
Yeah. You're making it bigger each week, Dusty. Now you're getting spammed.
Christ.
This is when you got to click that box that you have to be a subscriber for 1 minute, and then you keep.
You'll know you're really big when the porn starts hitting the spam. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Looking for.
I'll spam the porn myself.
I got woken up by that this morning in a Discord channel.
God. Corn and Whiskey says true story. I've never opened my bottle of Willet pot still.
Everyone does look good. Everyone bought one when they first started. They didn't know any better. Everyone has it.
That's right.
I did not.
Cheers, Mr. Mom 310. That's
I feel like I've got someone.
So they're
anyone
they're extremely
had any
savory.
of these yet?
The which ones? Oh,
that Horse Soldier.
Oh, the 10-year.
Oh, the 10-year.
Yeah. I have.
Good.
Anyone tried one of these?
Mm-mm.
I've had some older ones.
You could send me that, Jeff, for our battle if you want.
Man, I'm like,
are those the ones with the Bardstown stuff in them?
It's 10 years old, so I don't know if it's Bardstown. Somebody told me it was Barton. Nestor on their site says it's 78% corn, 14% rye, 4% malted barley. So I didn't recognize the mash bill either. So it might be contract distilled or something.
Some of their older
Jason,
stuff
I really
is
want to send you some of those New England Barrel Company picks. They're stupid good.
New England. Yeah, you've been talking about those, Lance.
So Lance says Horse Soldier is Bardstown. Yeah, but
not all of it.
That's
Not all of it.
They source from all over.
Yeah, their single barrels can be anything.
I don't think this one, and it says 10 years, but man, it comes across like 12 or 13.
That one isn't Bardstown.
What is it? What does it say? Distilled in on the back or no?
No, it just says bottled and distilled for.
Oh,
yeah.
Horse Soldier bourbon. So
interesting.
So they don't really even give you the city or nothing.
That's
interesting.
That's an interesting mash bill.
Richie Z says I've tasted Willet Purple, Willet Pot still, but have yet to get a purple top. I mean, yeah, Richie. I mean, they're hit or miss. I mean,
yeah, they're not.
Yeah. So this first one I'm tasting it's extremely savory. There's not a lot of sweet. I mean, there's just so much baking spice happening. Almost to the point like sarsaparilla. I actually get a little like a really it's almost coming off like a really herbal rye, but it's not rye. But the baking spice notes and some of those root beery sarsaparilla qualities are there. There's a little bit of like maple syrup in there too, but man, it is really, really spice forward, which is what you would assume from pot still. But I'm just like looking for a little sweetness to balance all that baking spice out. The second one's a little sweeter. This one's a little bit more maple.
Does it state the ages on the outside, Jay, or no?
Yeah, these are 7 years, 3 months.
Okay.
And there's a very limited amount of these that they do every year. So the fact that we got one's kind of cool, but I don't know. I'm actually going to send these to one of my patrons, actually Nathan. I don't know if you know Nathan Jurgensen. He's got a bunch of these, and he's had a couple that are really highly regarded. So I'm gonna send these to him just for like a second opinion. See, like, are these worth it? So,
Eric, are you done drinking up there? What are you sipping on? The Catalan. Okay. Jeff, what about you? What are you sipping on? It is a Horse Soldier. Okay, I didn't know if you poured that or not. Gotcha. Adam, what about you? What are you sipping on?
Jeff's muted.
Jeff's muted?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you're
was
muted.
muted. There we go.
There we go. Joe, I haven't seen you take a sip of those
Yeah,
$150 whiskeys
I'm
yet.
letting them air out a little bit.
We got my LLME here.
Oh shit! There we go. Ethan, what about you? Are you sipping on the? What were you sipping on earlier?
I've sipped on a few things now. Right now I've got some Green River Full Proof.
Lance says 9-year Corbin cask for $89.99 is the bomb. Florida aged.
Ooh. I could get down on that.
Randall Erickson with the $20 super chat, a contribution to provide bourbon to all those thirsty drinkers that are starting or empty bottles. Cheers, man. Cheers, Randall. Got you in for another one, buddy. You're in it to win it, my friend. Thank you.
I was going to drink some more of this, but I might just save it for special occasions.
Cathedral.
Yeah. Shit is delicious.
Jason, did you review that yet?
What?
I haven't. I've been out of the whiskey tube since I've been sick.
Cathedral.
I drank it live on the live stream on Wednesday. I did like I had these crazy whiskeys Wednesday. It was nuts.
How'd you like
a lot
it?
of stuff to taste, but I love French oak, so I love that Cathedral.
Yeah.
It's so good. So
It's
oily.
good. It even held up. Now what is it? Remind me, it's
110.1.
So I drank Jack Daniels that night. I drank 13 Colony. I drank a few other things, and I kind of drank that in the middle of the stream, and it still held up just based on like the flavor profile. It was crazy. Hey, what's up, Sean?
Cheers, people. How we doing,
Whoa.
guys?
What's up, buddy?
Whiskey.
Not much, man. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. All right. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I gave you a break because last time I was on here, I kind of said some dumb shit, so I figured like,
dude, you can say dumb shit on here any day you want. I don't care.
Anyway, hey, cheers, fellas.
I don't monetize these streams, man, for a reason. The shit that we've ranted about, we get kicked off YouTube in a minute, man.
Yeah, but that was my bad either way, Dan.
No, don't ever feel sorry for nothing, man. I don't. It's whatever.
Anyway, how we doing, guys?
Good,
I just popped in. I haven't really caught any of the show, so I don't know what's going on or what we're drinking, but yeah.
I am drinking Barrel King's newest release, the Voodoo.
Oh, nice.
Jason is sipping on some Hirsch's. Jeff sipping on some Horse Soldier. Joe is sipping on nothing currently.
Looks like he has a few options in front of him, though.
Yeah, he's got a spread in front of him. All right. Eric is sipping on some Cavalon. Adam's sipping on some Russell's LL. Ethan is sipping on some
Green River
Full Proof.
All right, cool. Cheers, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, man?
Just trying to be alive. Yeah, I'm on 210 rum pick. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I got that right. Oh, not that one. I got the other rum pick.
Yeah.
Randall Erickson says, "Did he just say horse shoulder?"
You did.
Horses have shoulders too.
Oh, I'm not gonna say horse.
I know what you meant. Yeah.
Horse.
Cheers, Richie Z. Thanks for posting all those links, man. Drifting Drams, Independent Joe,
Thank you,
Jason,
Richie.
Hello Good Whiskey Friends. Thank you for that, man.
Ricky.
That's better.
Man,
Let me get in here really quick.
that Full Proof is hard to beat for the money. I swear.
It's one of the best values in whiskey ever, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Shit. How much was it? It was under $40 in at Barrelheads, right?
It was $39.99.
That's crazy. Jason,
I love
you ever
Green
been
River.
down there when you're in where was that? Kentucky?
Yeah.
Down where? Boar shoulder? What are you talking about?
Yeah, horse shoulder. It's a store called Barrelheads.
No, I can't say I've been there yet.
Oh, dude! Next time you're at Green River,
Soon.
Yeah, we're going. Well, no, we're not going down there. We'll be at Bardstown in a couple weeks to do those 3 picks.
Yeah.
Oh, Green River's coming to Bardstown?
Yeah, we're doing 3 picks at Bardstown Bourbon Company, so they're bringing all the samples there. But they haven't told us exactly what we don't know. I think we're doing a bourbon. We just don't know if we're doing a regular bourbon or they're giving a chance for us to do one of the wheaters. But honestly, I'd rather do a regular bourbon, I think. So,
Man, those weeders are good.
they're good, but I mean, well, I maybe. I don't know. I'm just not a big weeder guy, even though their weeders are very different, which is kind of good. So
we got to try one of the weeder picks at Barrelheads, actually, from Green River.
Yeah, what was it? Still pretty peachy?
It was fantastic, man.
But like peachy, fantastic, peachy keen jelly bean.
It had more of a tropical fruit note.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it didn't. It drank like a weeder in that it was fruity, but it didn't drink like a regular weeder. I think the age on it really, really helped, and it was good.
That proof helped a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy to think, but like that's going to be a very difficult bottle to find, depending on where you live.
Well, they're only releasing 100 this year.
100,
I mean,
yeah.
It sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot.
Now, when you think about it being spread across the country, you know what I mean? Like that's minimal, man.
Well, but you also got to think though, in this market, that is a lot, right? Because a lot of stores and groups have scaled back picks.
Yeah.
But he said California is getting like 3 barrels. The whole state of California, 3 barrels. So think about that. Like,
yeah, I don't know if we're getting one of those. We'll see. I mean, we're
Was
getting
that like 15,000 bottles nationwide?
The only thing they told us what we're picking is a Bardstown Bourbon Company Origin, 60 corn, 36 rye, 4 malt, 6 years old, cask strength. A futures, this is what they call it, a futures barrel. 6 years old. It's a unique mash bill that isn't part of the Origin series, 120 proof and above. And then a Green River Bourbon, cask strength. Now, it doesn't say whether it's their regular 13% rye bourbon or their or a weeder. I asked about them, like, hey, any chance we get one of those weeders? They couldn't. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I'll put in the request, but who knows?
So with the proof that high, I'm gonna take a guess here. There's 2 options. One, either it's a completely different animal and they went in at a higher entry proof, or 2, it's from that glass front rick house.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how else Bardstown is going to get that high on proof.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, yeah, we'll see. I mean, they have so many mash bills on their menu. Just looking through like the barrel, like going through like barrel brokers now and seeing what they have on the website, they rotate out a good amount. And you see all these crazy mash bills that Bardstown Bourbon Company has. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Green River too.
Don't they have the one where they utilize the malted rye?
I think so, but even Green River has a couple of different mash bills that they do too. So
yeah,
it should be interesting. I don't know what we're gonna get, but I think they treated us really well. We got a really great barrel last time with the Jorge T swag, so I think we'll get some good barrels to choose from.
Yeah.
I have to assume that some of those Green River barrels are contract distilled barrels. You know that they cut the contract whenever Bardstown bought them, and now they just got them in the rick house, and we got to get rid of them. So.
Randall says, "Why does Jason's background look like he's in a low-rent housing while everyone else is here?"
He's
not downstairs.
Yeah, he's just not in the good room right now. That's
it's the back wall of the kitchen, so it's not great.
He's in the focus room.
Yeah, this is my focus. This is my focus room.
Focus.
This is where you listen.
No, man, it was. I mean, the picks that we did were a lot of fun. I know with, I know he was trying to find like I think he was trying to, when he picked them for us, he was trying to find a profile that would probably fit our palate, but it was we were definitely looking for something different. during the first go round at Green River. Anyway, and then he went to his office and brought out 3 different samples, and those were what we were looking for.
Well, and we were talking about it, right? So when we went with Top Dog, right? Top Dog's been there a number of times. Top Dog is picked for stores mainly. So that's my assumption, He kind of went off of Top Dog's profile, what they'd chosen in the past. But this time we weren't picking for a store. We're picking for a group of bourbon nerds. So we just kind of had to reset his expectations and what we were going on. And once that happened, like, he was laser focused. Like, he had great options for us.
Yeah.
It worked out really well for us.
Yeah.
Can't believe you guys let me speak for the group after the day before at Bardstown. You guys are crazy.
Hey, man, you took the lead.
You showed your grit.
I was a little concerned, I'll say, but I was going to kick you in the nuts if necessary. So.
All right. Well, no one would get that. I was about to make a reference, but no one would get that. Well, Dan was there. Are you saying that you were kind of the way I was at the 21090 pick there, Dan? You recall seeing my face when I walked in?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying there, Eric?
I had an awesome time at Bardstown.
Me too. I had a great time in Baltimore.
I wish they did not open the gift shop afterwards for us. That would have been,
oh man,
that would have saved me some money. But
yeah, that was crazy, man. I mean, that's everything else was shut down outside. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were running the stills because there was definitely a lot of cars there still. But
you could smell the mash.
Yeah, restaurant wasn't open or anything like that. I mean, they were all closed down.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. I gotta go to bed.
All right, buddy.
See you.
All right.
Cheers.
Later, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it though, right? It was a Thursday, and Kentucky had been slammed by flooding and snow.
Yeah.
So most people were at home. Most people weren't getting out.
Oh, this was just like 2 weeks ago then. That's
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we didn't see much of the flooding coming in, but headed back, God, we saw a lot of the flooding. There was a lot of lakes that had previously been fields. It was eye-opening.
I mean, there's still roads in my town that you can't drive through because there's still water sitting there. So
that's crazy. So where are you compared to like Bardstown or Owensboro?
So from Bardstown, I am southeast.
Okay.
Yeah. So because Bardstown is not quite dead center, but it's close-ish.
Yeah.
So I'm southeast. So if you know where Lake Cumberland is, I'm dead south of Lake Cumberland.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah.
all right, Sean, I got a serious question.
Yes, sir.
So if you went to a McDonald's and you were going to order hash browns from the menu, would you refer to them as tater cakes?
Okay, first off, there's a lot of things in that sentence I would never do, but like ordering something from McDonald's would be the first thing. But nonetheless, to answer your question, I would not call them tater cakes. No.
Is that a Kentucky thing, or is it just...
To my knowledge, no. I've never heard anyone say that sentence before you said it just now.
All right, so that just cements that it was a very special thing that we witnessed, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now that he said it out loud, the next time you go to McDonald's, are you going to order some tater
funny
cakes?
part of that is that's
It'll be a long time, Jeff.
Actually,
Maybe.
John's nickname is tater cakes.
I am so ordering tater cakes next time.
I think I'm trying to avoid that establishment, but
that was in Draffinville, right? Draffinville?
Tater
No
cake.
idea.
I think it was in Draffinville.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up,
Hey,
Darrell?
what's going on?
I
What's
feel
up,
for you
buddy?
now.
Everybody, pull up to your computer. It's time for Darrell on the sofa.
I don't feel like setting up in the dining. Well, it's already set up, but I don't feel like going in the dining room.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, GAF? Oh shit!
Yeah, that was the whole tater cakes thing was just ridiculous, man.
So, what part of Kentucky was this again?
I have no idea.
Draftonville, I believe.
Is that
Where the hell is
Western
that?
Kentucky?
It's Western Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was so basically from where we are. We're in Western Tennessee, right? So we basically head due north till we get to the Western Kentucky Parkway /69, depending on which portion you're on.
Okay.
And then take that all the way to Bardstown.
Gotcha.
And so we had been on 69 for maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. It was the morning of the snow, actually.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah, the weather was rough. Lots of places were closed.
Yeah, Hardee's was closed.
And that was unconscionable.
Come on, there's there's always a Waffle House open.
There you go. Jason knows. Jason knows. Yeah. You don't go to McDonald's, you go to Waffle House.
Draftonville was that small.
That's what we did. That's what we did as respectful human beings. We went to Waffle House on our hangover day, Saturday morning after a long night, Friday. Yeah.
You want to go Friday night, though, so that you can either get in the fight or see the fight, you know? Like...
Well, Eric, we were otherwise entertained in Indianapolis Friday night. So till about 5 a.m.
Bourbon Engineer says, does tater cakes come with a shot of Blanton's? Sure
Always.
does.
Always.
I think Arby's has potato cakes. Arby's has potato cakes?
They do call them that, yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, it's funny.
They're essentially a thick hash brown, but yeah.
I know for a fact there is a Cracker Barrel in French Liquor, Indiana. What?
He probably means French lick.
Yeah.
Does anybody like legitimately really like Cracker Barrel?
Used to, but now.
Yeah,
three times I've eaten there, I got like the shits for 2 days.
What are you ordering, Jason?
I'm getting the sausage gravy.
Actually, that was the first time. We did the sausage gravy the first time. The second time, I got grits, and the third time, I don't even remember what it was. I think I played it safe and just got eggs.
To some people, that's a selling point, Jason. They got to take a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
James just drink coffee like a normal person instead of having some sausage gravy with
it. Fun story, Jason. I actually worked at a Cracker Barrel like 20 years ago. So, yeah.
Dear God, did you build the rocking chairs?
No. No, I was a server and then became a cook briefly, and then decided that I was very tired of serving humans food.
Oh, so your big bearded ass made me sick. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're down in Florida, it's possible. Yeah.
That's where it was.
Oh, okay. I do what I can.
Appreciate you.
Oh, God. Mr. Mom said I think Jason was hungover and actually at Taco Bell. Man, I could tear up from Taco Bell, I'll tell you that.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Dusty, I don't think there's anything.
Dusty,
I don't think there's anything you wouldn't eat.
No, that's true. Very true. I'll eat anything, man.
What about White Castle?
Name it, I eat it.
White Castle?
We ate White Castle the last time we were in Kentucky real hard for two trips ago.
It's a bad idea.
You had what?
There was a movie made about that place. It is awful.
Yeah.
What did you eat 2 times ago?
White Castle.
Oh, Jesus. Did you have the chicken rings? Because those are natural.
I don't remember what I ate, but I remember there was like, do you remember, Dan, there was like that, he was like a preacher / pimp maybe, I don't know, somewhere.
It was a mix between the two. Yes.
White Castle feels like the right place for that dad.
It was so weird, man. It was the weirdest. That was the weirdest morning eating that. It was so weird.
When I lived in Queens, there was a legit White Castle like down the road from me, and the place was always popping, especially late at night. Obviously with the hungover, people, but it was crazy. That place was always jumping, always a line. It was amazing.
A couple weeks ago, I crushed a Crave case with my friends, and it tasted so good. And then the next day, it smelled so good too.
Joe Graves says, "Pimp?" ? Yes, Joe. He was a pimp / preacher, and it was very odd. I don't know.
Travis Robeson solved the mystery of the chicken ring.
The chicken ring was me from Spectre. Oh shit! All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna enter these names into the wheel of names really quick.
Yeah, if you're in downtown Louisville, there's not that many options. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's true.
Fast food. Once it hits like 11 p.m., you ain't got many options.
Mm-hmm. There is that White Castle right next to the.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got that White Castle, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I had that once and never had it again. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's so gross.
So Dan, parts of Indy are nearly as murdery as Baltimore. I mean, they're not quite there, but they're trying. You know,
Murdery.
Murdery.
They're trying. They're trying to get there. They're not. You know, they got a ways to go. But
yep.
That's funny.
What parts of Indy? Like city?
Well, I mean, so we picked Backbone Friday. So honestly, it's hard for me to narrow down exactly where we were. We did some traveling throughout the night. And you know, some areas were more suspect than others. Especially
you went to Backbone?
Yeah. Yeah, we picked
go
Backbone.
with Ben?
Yeah, Ben and his Texas boys.
Yeah, the Barrel Outlaws. Yeah, they said that they picked some barrels. Yep.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Nice. What'd you guys end up with?
That's what we were trying to figure out last night on Ben's stream. We definitely, I feel like, got 3 barrels. We tried either 21 or 23. And yeah. It was a good time. Don't recall much of it, but the whiskey was great. Nolan went all out. He was awesome.
Yeah, you tend to do that.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's no point in going down there because you guys just picked all the good shit, right?
Well, I mean, we got some good barrels. There was one that I'm really sad that we didn't walk home with, but you know that's okay. I would assume that's kind of always the case. You know, you don't ever get them all, but it's okay.
You're like the Ethan of our group.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so me and Brad had a disagreement on this barrel. I thought it was fucking fire, and he thought it was too spicy, and I call bullshit, but that's okay.
Back of the bus, Eric.
I forgot who it was. Went to a pick with one guy. Never been on a pick before. This was a couple of years ago, I think, and he didn't want to taste it. He picked the barrel based on the nose. I'm like, you're fired. Get out of here.
That's crazy.
He's like, this is the barrel I like. I'm like, what'd you think on the palate? He's like, I just smelled it. I'm like, you didn't taste it? He goes, no, I just smell it. I'm like, who invited you? Get out of here.
Have you ever done this before?
Yeah.
Question is, the one that he knows that he liked, was that the one that got picked?
Nope.
Okay.
On principle alone.
Don't worry, number 7. It wasn't you.
Hey. Team 6.
Teams that, yeah. I'm sorry, number 6. Yeah.
Those were both good barrels.
They were both
Joe Graves. We had a really good time over Joe Graves' house the other night. Joe makes some amazing freaking meat, man. Amazing brisket, amazing ribs. Great hospitality all the time. So Eric and I went over there the other night, and it was great. It was a good time. I probably should have stayed the night and not drove home, but I was right around.
It happens,
corner, so.
You know.
It does happen. I took an Uber here tonight, so I'm good. I didn't drive.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Smart.
Jeffrey Wack with a $20 super chat says White Castle fun. Thank you, Jeff.
We should all probably be more responsible.
I don't know if any White Castles around me, man.
Need to get to Wawa.
What's your address? I'll see if we can DoorDash or something.
No.
They'll be even more moist than they generally are.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm gonna send you a 10-bagger.
Man,
Oh goodness.
you really know how to make me hungry, Sean.
I know, man. I'm so hungry right now.
Nothing like moist bread and meat combined permanently because they just like glue themselves together.
Richie
Oh,
C says,
stop
"Dan,
it, man! I'm starving over here.
You washed by hand. Richie, I hand wash my Glens. I don't know about anybody else, but I do. I hand wash them.
Yeah, same here.
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
I do both. I'll put them in the dishwasher sometimes. It
We
depends what it is.
Ours in the dishwasher.
Yeah, no
I'm
logo.
Tristan
I'm fine
Grams
putting it in the
For
dishwasher.
the $20 super chat says shipping fund, no entries necessary. You got to be entered.
Don't you have a wife, Eric?
I do. I was just telling Dan the story about how
I'm
when
being
my
an
wife,
asshole. Ignore me.
my wife was out of town and she asked me to do one thing. It was to run the dishwasher, which she had already loaded, and I had to call her to ask her how to use the dishwasher, and she was embarrassed in front of whoever she was with, her family or her friends, giving me instructions on how to use the dishwasher.
Oh my God.
Oh goodness, Eric.
I mean, honestly, Eric, I'd be in the same camp. If someone would put me in front of a dishwasher, I would have no idea where to start. I could load it, and that would be as far as I would get.
I know that you have to put like the pack in there, and then it's just like, well, what buttons do I hit after that? You know, like,
There'd be like shattering glass as soon as I turned it on because I'd hit the wrong setting or something, and then
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh goodness.
All right. Well, I'm gonna dip, y'all. I'm gonna go see what Katie's up to.
Hey, good to see you,
buddy.
Cheers,
Thanks for
buddy.
hopping on, man.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me.
See you.
Later, Ethan.
Later.
Later, y'all.
Richie Z with a $10 super chat. Richie, thank you, my friend. You are in it to win it as well. I will get you guys entered in here. Probably run it maybe 10:30. Senior Dunny says, love Backbone, home of the Dunny. Yeah, Backbone's a good spot, man.
Yeah, man.
Joe, yes, I probably should have stayed. Probably would have been the better idea, but I did have to get up and take my kid to school. So I got less than 4 hours of sleep that night. So.
Dan, it was Sunday. What do you mean you had to take your kid to school?
Or no, I know I hadn't. No, it was. I'm sorry, I didn't have to take him to school. I had to take him to school the next day, but I did have to get up early for something. I can't remember what it was, but I had to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
You have to eat pickles at 7. Pickles.
Pickles.
Do you have your jar of pickles handy? Speaking of, Dan, is it nearby?
It is not, man. I'm trying to do some intermittent fasting. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm having a very difficult time this evening. I'll be honest with you. I'm very hungry, and I wish I would have ate more before 8 o'clock.
Gotcha.
The urge to eat something is very real right now. So
yeah, this shit here doesn't seem to ever help. But yeah,
it does not. It does not. It definitely made things much worse. I had a little bag of those little snack what the hell they are, little pickles in a little snack bag. Snaps, or I forget what the hell they're called, but
yeah,
I ate one of those and it was not enough, unfortunately. Mark Amenecker, cheers, man, good to see you. Jeff, what about Skyline? ? Jeff, what is that?
Man, you go to White Castle, you get the Skyline, you pour the Skyline on top of the White Castle, and then your colon has a party for like 3 days.
What is the Skyline?
Skyline chili.
Yeah.
So it's Cincinnati chili.
It's some crazy shit where they put chili on spaghetti.
You know, I'm just
or White Castle.
It's odd that a human that's so compassionate and kind in person ends up hating himself. I didn't realize how much Jeff hated himself. He loves everyone else, but hates himself.
I love everything from here up. When it comes to here down, yeah, no remorse.
I was just gonna say, yeah, at least
no mercy.
He at least hates his asshole.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's Cobra Kai around here, man. No mercy.
Yeah, you're not kidding, man.
Yeah, Kathy was saying she hand washes all of her Glens. Yeah, I know. The other night we had used like 50, 53, 54 Glens or something like that, and I know that she was washing them all by hand.
Yeah, see, that's
Graves
a lot.
are awesome people.
That's when
they're amazing people. Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot to hand wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in the dishwasher for me. Fuck that.
Yeah, if it was ever that many, I would. But I'm the only one that uses Glens in my house. My wife doesn't drink, so or whiskey at least. You know,
Dan, how was your 15-year-old Buffalo Turkey single barrel that you have?
I think it's great, man. It's like cherry cola effervescence, and there's like a little bit of some like white grape sweetness in there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. It does not drink 132 proof. I'll tell you that. I think you feel the 132 proof, but you don't.
Oh,
drink.
Yeah. Jeff liked his okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I liked the little tiny bit that I got left because Top Dog left the bottle and I stole it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's good, man. This is the only one. This is the only Buffturkey I've had. But I was able to try this before. I physically bought it in Kentucky, so very, very good though.
Ben grabbed one or two, it seems like, and we were supposed to pop them, but other events happened, and then
other events happened. Mark Evanegger with a $10 super chat says, "Cheers, y'all! 15-year Buffturkey sounds great. Mark, you are in it to win it, my friend." Thank you, man. Cheers, buddy. What the kind of crazy lineup is Joe working on? He is working on. Those are all whiskeys that are under $30 that he is going to send me for this Price is Right thing. So he's trying to narrow it down to one. Pickles and olives don't have many calories. Oh, Mark, come on, you're killing me. They do, man. It's tough. Bourbon of the week for 11 of the year. Huh? What does that mean?
What now?
Bourbon of the week for week 11 of the year. Bourbon of the week. I don't know what that means. I think Dan needs
to
be
in the 11th week of the year because I mean we're only in the third month.
It's got to be past that. No, maybe not.
What are you talking about, J-Max?
4 to 5 hours is enough for me, but I love 6 on the weekends. James Morgan, look forward. Definitely have some grub after live. Richie, I can't, man. I want to, trust me. Of course, Bourbon Engineer just posts a whole bunch of fucking food. Man. 56 each round that Kathy had to hand wash.
Damn.
So we did blinds over there at the Graves, and it was 56 Glens per round. Good Lord.
Per round?
Yeah, per round, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We only do 2 rounds though, so I mean but there's 6 pours, about a half ounce each. Yeah, so I mean it's a good time.
Yeah. Chase Simmons says, just bought an old Zach Buffturkey, most expensive bottle I've bought to date. Didn't get to try it before I bought it. Fingers crossed.
Old Zach. Yep, that's good times. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything.
Not like they made it. I'm just scared they threw it in like a watermelon barrel or some shit.
Watermelon barrel. Chase, let me know how that one tastes. I'm very curious. Very curious with.
I'm sure it's good. So they really do vary a lot. So it's interesting. I've had so many different flavor profiles from those things.
Yeah,
they're all over the map.
Dunny with the $5 super chat says, lots of high rollers. I better try harder. All right, Dunny, I got you in for one more, man. Thank you, buddy. You are in it to win it, my friend.
Dunny.
Joe's glass. Darrell, what are you sipping on?
I was sipping on a Copper and Cask, the 9-year small batch from last year.
Nice.
Got a little bit left in this bottle.
Yeah. I can't wait for that other one to come out, man.
The pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Dusty, you get a Jack 14, 10, 12 kit?
It's on the way. It's just taking forever.
Cool.
Same thing with the cathedral. Like they sent me an email, but I haven't received the Jack or the cathedral yet. So I don't know. I'm excited to try them though.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like I said, ever since I got sick, I haven't watched shit on fucking whiskey too. Like how do you feel about the batch 4, the 10 year?
Yeah, batch 4, 10 year, batch 3, a 12 year, and obviously batch 1, a 14 year. So yeah.
How's the 10 year? Meh?
The 10 year was actually pretty good. It's actually got this like cherry Jolly Rancher candy note, all right, on the front of the palate, and then all of a sudden it just leans into, and then it just goes back into like what your typical Jack would kind of taste like. Well, maybe like a touch more oak, but it gives you like that banana chip trail mix note that Jack always gives me, a little apple pear, stuff like that. But the 12 year is kind of back to what the first batch was, where it was a little bit more on the toffee and the butterscotch, which I really, really like. It's amazing how the sweetness just completely changes from the 10 to the 12 year. It's just, when you have them next to each other, it's really like bizarre. And then the 14 year is like a molasses blackstrap rum on the front. And then it finishes like almost like a spicy cigar. It's really interesting. So
that's very interesting. Yeah, I've seen those things going.
They're all very different to me.
I've seen them going secondary now for kind of high. So
dude, the 14 years, I saw one today get picked up for $700.
700, yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth nearly that much as far as flavor goes. I mean,
Chase says, I've heard they vary a lot. I'm actually heard the lower proof ones around 120 are consistently better than the 130 and above. Okay. If you hand you guys need a map. Z-Man, cheers, buddy. Chase, mine's 130. Yeah, Chase, this one's 132 proof. Definitely doesn't drink it, though. Small batch, Abbey Road. Sean, how many picks did you guys say you walked away with at Backbone?
Well, so 3, but it's complicated. I don't know how much Brad wants to disclose, but basically we're waiting on a previous pick to get sorted, and then if that one does, then he's going to take a kind of a sister barrel to that we tasted on Friday. But there's been some holdups on the previous barrel, so
gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's fucking killer, man. Backbone's awesome. Nolan is just a great dude. So
yes, Nolan's a great human being, man.
I can't suggest it enough for anyone ever contemplating doing a Backbone pick. You should.
James Morgan, the Beatles' White Album, caused less fuss than the Indian bootleg version. Yeah. Jeff, what are you most excited about as far as picks rolling out?
I mean, shoot, we just picked some good ones. I guess the next one that we should get to taste is the old Dominic pick.
Yeah.
So excited to see what Clark has for us there in terms of their own distillate versus what we did for the Hewlin station. But that one definitely sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got some fun to happen in May too.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Hey, Dan, I know I'm kind of late even asking this question, but is there any chance that there's any kind of sticky icky bottle sitting around somewhere that no one's claimed?
I'd have to see how many I have. I think I bought like 10 backups.
Makes sense.
I don't know how many I have, but I gotta look. I probably have one or two.
I'll give one to you for a 1977 Van Winkle.
Great deal, Jason.
77.
It's so equal in value.
Yeah. We'll trade tomorrow. Can't wait.
Chris Baker, what do y'all think of the Knob Creek 12-year taste? I think the Knob Creek 12s are good, man.
Yeah,
and I guess it would depend on your area and how much they charged for it, but I mean, I could only imagine. I mean, I think around here, shit, what was it last I saw? I can't even remember. I don't know, what are they, like $70 or something like that?
I think they're only like 59 away here for me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, value wise, if you blind that against like a 15 or an 18 year, the profile on that I feel like a lot of people like over some of the heavier oak stuff, and the price tag on it, even if it's close. I don't know. That's a hard one to beat in that lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Jay, what picks are you looking most forward to?
I don't know. I can't count. Honestly, this American single malt we just picked at Cedar Ridge, ex Bourbon, ex Amontillado, is stupid, and I cannot wait to get that barrel in.
Cool, man.
So what is the amount? So what would that? I'm just trying to think like of that profile. I've only had very little of that, but so are you talking about the quintessential?
Yeah.
Huh. What?
Yeah,
so what did that? What was the profile on that?
It's a 7-year cast strength American single malt from Cedar Ridge with Amontillado and bourbon finishes on it.
Interesting.
I'm just trying to think what that Amontillado would do to like with a single malt. Like
Well, I mean, Amontillado is considered more of a drier sherry. You have Oloroso, which is a little bit in the middle. You have PX, which is very sweet.
Sweet, yeah.
Then you have Amontillado, which is also very sweet. It's a little bit darker, it's a little bit nuttier, but also a little bit drier. But it also is a little bit more concentrated in flavor. So the bourbon and the Amontillado, like together, it's so well integrated in the barrel. We tried some others, and it just felt like, I don't know how to explain it, where you feel like you're tasting the bourbon, but the finish feels like it's just kind of on top of the whiskey, not integrated through. Where you take a sip, you feel like you taste the finish, and then you taste the whiskey. The finish is all the way through, from the front to the back, really delicious, really rich. So I cannot wait for that one. And probably what's the other one I was thinking of? Yeah, we just got our Driftless Glens in. Yeah, I don't know what else I have to look. The two Russell's barrels are finally in, so those are coming. Always look forward to some good Russells. So
yeah. Did anybody here grab that one that Bourbon Outfitter posted, the Alec Bradley?
Nah,
I didn't grab that one. I have too many damn Russell's picks.
Yeah, I think it came with I think it was like I don't know if it came with 1 or 2 cigars, but it was like the pick and then 1 or 2 cigars. I was curious if anybody grabbed it.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool collab. But
what was that? Russell's E? Right?
It was a Camp Nelson E. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Mark?
Yeah. Cheers, Mark.
Cheers, guys. How's it going?
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
Pretty well. You sound kind of rough.
Can barely hear you, Mark.
Damn it! Why does it do that every time I?
Now we can hear you less.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Okay.
It's so weird. All I did was mute and unmute, and it's weird.
James Morgan says, just check what's left of the Master of Malt Stock zip. Master of Malt Stock. What is that?
T-Rob asked for the link, so I thought I would click it before he did.
Yeah, I just dropped it in the chat. I see him backstage here.
Stream
more age.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing, buddy?
More gray hair
what up, T-Rob?
You guys are too young and dark hair.
I feel bad.
Jason, roughly how long on that single malt release?
We just picked it a couple weeks ago. So
all right,
but I'm probably gonna just get a case of it myself. It's a good amount of bottles.
I feel bad, everybody. Everyone's joining here, but I've got a dash.
No, Jeff, no.
Good seeing everybody. I'll try to tune in while I'm.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, rookie friend.
Catch you later.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jeff.
Russell's Reserve single barrel. Yep. I saw the Alec Bradley one twice. It came on the email. I was like, no. No.
I was very, very tempted. I don't really see a lot of the E, but I don't know. I'm very curious of the profile of that, especially being paired with giving away a cigar with it. I was curious. In UK, Green River was well thought of. What's going on, Jake? Cheers, man.
T-Rob, how far away are those fires? I got some friends in North Carolina, and they were talking about it.
We got some down near the beach that's about an hour and a half away. They've got one big housing development down there that's already burned like 1,200 acres.
Moly.
And then there's some other ones down near Charleston, North Charleston area. And then there's a few in the upstate, but they're kind of, we've had a bunch of smaller wildfires throughout the weekend because it's been really dry and windy, and but they're just kind of sporadic. But the two biggest ones are the one down at the beach and the one right outside of Charleston.
Oh, were there storms or lightning set stuff off, or people throwing their cigarettes out the window, or
a combination? Yeah, we haven't had any storms, so no lightning. So it's either cigarettes or somebody
campfire
burning
got
trash or something like that.
Yeah.
That gets out of control.
Area that the government wants to develop
around here. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to build this new subdivision over here. Oh, it caught on fire.
Right before I couldn't make the payment. Let me see the insurance.
J7 says, Old Dom is fantastic. Excited to see what M&J picked from Crittenden's. Sorry, Jay, I dropped the ball on those crit samples, but glad they got to you from someone else.
Yeah, we're getting I think we're going to do a live stream with them. They're sending stuff, and we'll kind of learn more about them, see what they got. But I went through my sheet. The number one pick I'm looking forward to is our Elijah Craig Barrel Proof pick we did.
Nice.
Yep. The Fuxardo cherry syrup.
With an X, right? Because it doesn't look.
Yeah. Because that pick fucks. It's that good.
Oh man.
How was your experience picking under kind of like what they've revamped their barrel?
Oh my god, it was night and day, dude. Night and day. Our first experience was so bad, and this experience was just so much. Like the first experience, I thought it was like, it was like, I don't know. It's like being shoved into it's like being shoved into, some like weird situation for the first time. You just don't know what to do. They're like, here are your 3 barrels. The lady that like kind of brought us to the Rick house that was going to let us pick, she just like left and walked out. And we're like, what's happening right now? But we just picked the first 2 barrels were really bad. The third barrel ended up being pretty good. We picked it because it was easily the best of the other 2. But this experience was, you walk in, it's in the really beautiful Rick house with all the windows. There's like 10 barrels on one side, another 10 on the other. One was Larceny Barrel Proof, the other was Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. You got to pick randomly the barrels you wanted to try until you found one. Yeah, it was really, really cool.
There you go.
That's really cool.
Everything was blind. They don't tell you anything about the barrel until you pick it.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool. We were going head to head with Bourbon Pursuit, where I had Ryan across from me, and we were kind of bartering for
bartering for barrels.
He loves Larceny so much. He actually knew someone that was very close to the project of launching Larceny Barrel Proof, and I think he said they had passed away. So it really was important for him to get like the favorite one of the bunch. So I'm like, well, if you want to take the number 1 pick there, then we get the number 1 pick for the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. So that's what.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
You picked out 5 barrels each. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think it was like 5 or 6 samples we got to choose. Yep.
Better than 3, and then people disappear.
The Larceny was a little bit more limited. I think they only had about 5 or 6 barrels there, but the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, they had a lot, and they're like, just choose, just pick like 6 random barrels out of the 10
at random. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And see which one you like. So
yeah.
That's cool. Who disappeared? Joe disappeared?
Where'd Joe go?
Okay.
Big Vic says this stream just got Emmenickerish.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
T-Rob, how was that workout, man?
it's doing good, man. Doing good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sore today. I did a bunch of cable stuff yesterday, and then Monday's bench day, so I kind of set myself up for failure there a little bit. My shoulders were already
He wanted
sore
to go
before I got on the
by Joe.
bench. But
My,
I got
my shit was
I got
glitching, so
I got 255 for 5, so I felt
That's
pretty good.
good.
today.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
man.
You still working legs or skipping it with the surgery coming up?
I can't do the only thing I can do with my legs right now is ride the bicycle. So
Yeah.
yeah, until I get this knee fixed.
Yeah.
Hey, Roscoe, cheers,
Even
buddy.
after, I imagine you're probably not going to be able to do leg stuff for a while, huh?
Oh yeah,
They make you walk that same day, but you probably aren't going to push weight.
No, it'll be a while before you actually start getting some weight on it. But
yeah,
the bikes help me keep my legs in good shape, so it won't be too bad. And that's the thing about a lot of times when you think about knee replacement, you think about people that are older, that are more sedentary, that aren't as in good shape, physically. So naturally, you read all these reviews and stuff. So many people say, my rehab was so much harder and longer. Because they weren't in good shape beforehand. So,
Yep.
Jeff says, real question, where's White Castle fit in the workout program? Yeah.
Hey, when you're on the bicycle, go on the app and order. That way, when you get through, you can hit right to the drive-through, and you don't have to wait.
Yeah, when you need your protein, carbs, and fat, you're ready with.
That's it.
Yeah.
Immediately feed those muscles after that workout. So.
Yep.
Joe, have you picked a $30 bottle and under for me yet?
No.
No, I'm actually going to go on at 8, and that's when I'll start to do it. So
Okay.
I'm just letting the mirror out.
All right. Yeah, let me know if you don't want to do next week. That's fine, man. We can push it to the following week, and that way we have time to actually ship the samples out. But I have my lineup for you already, so you let me know whatever's good for you.
No, I mean, if you want me to send it out tomorrow, I'll get it out tomorrow. Just you let me know.
I still want to rush it. You know what I mean? Chris Baker says Cam Nelson E, chewy vanilla candy, nutty toffee, caramel popcorn, apple peels, sweet peppery oak, nutmeg, fake tangerine, and leather. Flavors are rich and balanced with a medium oily mouthfeel. Finish medium long dry. Sweetness does a vanilla butter toffee charter. Nice, man.
Faint tangerine. I thought you said fake tangerine.
Wow.
Are you
wow, that's a whiskey. Are you a whiskey reviewer, or did you copy that from somewhere? That's awesome.
That's the notes on the Cam Nelson E. Okay, that's
nice.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah.
Those are some good tasting notes right there. That pretty much covers it.
Citrus zest linger pleasantly is my favorite tasting note, I have to say.
I like the apple peel.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah, not the actual apple, just the peel.
Just the peel.
Usually, if you peel it, you eat the rest of the apple.
Classic wild turkey spice and oak balance. Yeah. Says Bourbon Engineer says T-Rob will send you a case of the Dollar Tree cornbread and muffins.
For the rehab. There you go.
Yeah.
That actually sounds good right now with some butter on it. Oh, nice.
Yes. Throw it in the microwave for about 10 seconds.
Just warm it up for 8 seconds and throw some butter
little
on
honey.
Yeah.
Honey.
Oh, now we're talking.
Well, they already got the honey in them. So
T-Rob, I was thinking as I continue to build my chest workout, I don't find any benefit for me benching anything over 300. I just don't. I don't.
No.
The chances of
me too.
The chances of tearing a pec at that point,
Mark,
absolutely.
I was the same.
Very high.
Why even do it, right, guys?
I mean, shit, I'll just take a 0.
Yeah, there definitely comes a point of diminishing return there.
Yeah,
and the chance of getting, and I know so many guys that strong guys that over the years as they've gotten older have had those issues where you tear a pec or you tear a rotator cuff or pull the tendon off the bone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
it's just not worth it. I know what my limits are. I know I can push that a couple times.
That's right.
That's it. That's all. I don't need to go over that, man.
Well, that's the bad thing, because when we're younger,
it's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're younger, you're always, you got that ego thing going. You're especially if you got a kind of little group of guys that you live with regular or see regular, and and you're always bumping each other. Hey man, you get three, you get your 315 shirt, and then you get your 350, your 375, your 405, and you just start. And you realize after a little while that why am I killing myself? Why am I everything I've got sore when I go to bed?
Exactly. I mean, why even squat anymore when you can just get a BBL? Like,
yeah. Shout out Drake. What's up, Drake? How you doing, buddy?
Cost less.
Oh, that's it.
I just see it just doesn't like there's nothing that like three plates on a bar.
Three plates, man. That's great.
No. It's just it's not. I've just noticed it's not worth it. Like I don't do a lot of heavy leg workouts anymore. I do more of like my own stuff. Rather than squat and all that, because I've seen the injuries, I've felt it. I've never injured myself squatting, but like I've felt where I could have.
Exactly. Yeah, I do. Before I had trouble with this knee here, I do a lot of goblet squats with dumbbells. You're just holding the dumbbell in front of you and doing the squat like that. You're not going super heavy, but the biggest thing is working on good range of motion. And taking your time going down and coming back up.
Guys, I could just hear your knees cracking and squeaking as you're talking.
Meanwhile, Rob's contemplating the knee replacement in a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So
I'm having surgery on the 18th.
One thing of this whole conversation that was even kind of relatable was a good range of motion. That's something I can relate to.
That's a good range of motion.
Just listening to you guys.
And even then, body weight squats. You can just do body weight squats, man. And
100%. That's what I do. That's what I do for I do mountain climbing.
I mean, I already weigh 250 pounds. If I can go up and down with that a few times, that's good.
Dusty and T-Rob doing alternating squats sound like a fucking rusty seesaw going up and down.
Wow. That's funny.
Oh shit! Hydrate, people. Keep those joints hydrated.
Plenty of good case of pain and chondroitin.
Yeah, I like seeing that powerlifter guy in the shorts or YouTube. He's walking around with his mop, and he's some famous powerlifter in a disguise, and the guys are deadlifting and stuff. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna try that." He picks up with one arm, starts walking it sideways, and the dudes are like, "What the hell?" And they go to hold his mop, and his mop must weigh 75 pounds or something.
Kilos.
They're like, that's a Notley.
They try to pick them up. He's carrying that. We're just mopping the floor.
Yeah, that dude is strong, man.
Oh, dude, he's
crazy
strong,
and he
man.
deadlifts like I don't know what that weight is.
Oh,
huge.
He deadlifts over 700, man, and he probably
dudes are just jacked. They're huge guys. They're picking up. They're laughing at him. Oh, you can't do that. And he's like some skinny guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll pick up 315 with one hand.
Can I try?
Yeah. I'm just gonna clean here a little bit. He pulls the thing up and mops underneath it. Puts it. Good dumbbell.
Good night, fellas. I'll see you on the next one.
All right, Joe.
I'm gonna jump off, guys.
Joe. Eric, see you, buddy.
All right, I'll see you later.
Later.
Cheers, guys.
Take care.
Chris Baker said I had a bad AC, shoulder bone spurs, clavicle repair, torn bicep surgery last. Yeah, no, man. That's why I just can't. I mean, you tear a pec, man, you are out for a long time.
Yeah,
that's big time surgery, man.
Absolutely.
No. Yep. Yeah, my workouts lately have just been quick, like 30 minutes, like big bursts of weight, and done and get out.
That's good, man. That's good.
I mean, shit, man, you can still get a great chest pump from doing like seated flies or, like you don't have to sit on a bench press just to get it. Like, I mean, there's so many things to do.
You can do incline dumbbell flies.
I do curls with a 1.75 liter of Willet pot still. It's perfect.
me and Jason.
Well, it's got that long neck. You can
workouts here. Yeah,
you can do hammer curls with that.
Goodness, guys, we are going to run this giveaway here in 10 minutes. We'll call it at 11 o'clock. Again, thank you all for the super chats for tonight. Again, tonight's giveaway, Adam was giving away a flight that included the Bardstown, what the hell's that thing called?
Cathedral?
The Cathedral. No. So Adam's got a flight of that. I am going to give away 2 samples of this Barrel King Voodoo, which is fantastic. This may be one of my favorite Barrel Kings they've put out so far. So we'll do 2 samples of that, and we're going to do 4 samples of the Buffturkey 15-year, 132 proof.
Hot damn. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
We'll do 4 samples of that tonight as well. So
cool.
Old Buffturkey.
Figure out spread it around a little bit. And you know what? Since it's National Bottled and Bond Day, I do have in 6-year H&H Bottled and Bond here.
Wow! Oh man!
You don't see a lot of the Bottled and Bond versions.
No.
You do see 86.
Look how dark that is.
I was gonna say that is dark as shit. For
Yep. And it's fantastic. I brought this on the trip to Kentucky, and it is a wonderful pour.
Absolutely.
A lot of cola notes on it. Very, very good. Very happy with that bottle.
What? Nice. When is that from, Dan?
That is distilled in 61 and bottled in 67.
Oh man!
Alrighty.
Nice.
So close. I'm a 68. My wife was born in 67.
64.
Travis Ropes into the $10 super chat to support the sample bottles and shipping. I appreciate that, Travis. Thank you, man. Travis, you're in it to win it, my friend.
I'm going to open one of my few remaining black caps.
Oh, is that the early times?
Yeah, the early times.
Yeah.
My black cap's in the other room, and I don't want to go over there. So,
what are you sipping on, Mark?
Closest one is this one.
Heaven
Hell. Yeah, that's a good one. The 7-year.
Yep.
Darrell, you still sipping on Copper and Cask?
I switched to a different one, but yeah.
Okay. Which you got a single barrel?
Yeah, the one that I helped with a couple years ago. That 8-year Florida one.
Florida age, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I tried a sample of that, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
Yeah. I kind of shared that around when it first came out.
Damn, that thing is on there.
Yeah, Ben sent me a little bit of that, Darrell. It was pretty tasty, though. Sorry I missed it.
It's a good one. Yeah. I wish there was more.
Jay, what are you sipping on?
The 9-year pinhook pick we did.
Ooh.
I love this pick so much.
I got that bottle somewhere.
Ooh.
Big Vic with a $5 super chat says, one more rig. Vic, hop on here, man. Hop on.
Yeah, man.
Come on, bud.
It's not avocado time yet for him.
Aguacate.
America. With screw cap.
Cheers, Vic. Thank you, man. Thank you for the super chat.
Did you pull it off straight without unscrewing it this time again, T-Rod? Just stripped out, pulled straight up.
I did remember to unscrew it instead of trying to pull it out like a cork.
So, Sean, do you still plan on doing any more with your channel, or are you still kind of laying low?
I think we're on a comeback. Yeah. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do. Probably, I don't know. Probably more music stuff, less whiskey stuff. Well, equal whiskey stuff. I mean, I'm going to be drinking the whole time. So
yeah, you can do music stuff and drink whiskey at the same time. So,
and if bottles come along that are cool, then we'll talk about them. As far as like going back to record content, doing reviews, I don't know if I have a ton of interest in doing that. Mainly because no one's watching them. I'm sure Jason's doing quite well. But I mean, like when you're a small channel, yeah, that Jason. But I mean, I don't know if we need 500 guys doing whiskey reviews still. I don't know.
Honestly, man, like I've kind of steered away from doing some. Like I'll still do some, but I'll just do shorts. I mean, the shorts only get my shorts only get like 500 to 700. Like, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I still enjoy doing it. That's the thing. Like,
Well, so I think that's kind of where I'm at, Dan. Is like there might be maybe a bottle every other month that I'm like excited about and really would review. Maybe. It's probably not even that often. So like to put out content regular, there's not that many bottles like that I want to review. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. Bourbon Nerd, cheers, man. Cheers from the patio. Cheers, Life from the Patio, guys. If you guys haven't subscribed, Life from the Patio, cheers. Thank you for the super chat. You are in it to win it as well.
Sean, are you less busy because on weekends and such? Because you kind of backed off before because you had a whole lot to do on Saturdays a lot of times. And
well,
or you have some delegation now.
We'll talk about it backstage. It's complicated.
Okay.
Vegas are with a $20 super chat. You are in it to win it as well. Cheers and thank you. You are in for 4 entries, my friend.
Man, those old black caps are so good.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to the wheel of names here and enter these last couple ones here. Let's see. Okay.
Nope.
Well, while Dan is typing, has anyone tried the Notre Dame shit? What the fuck is the name of it?
Cathedral.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yep.
What'd you think, Jason?
I loved it, but I love French oak. So you gotta like oak for sure on it, but it is a sweeter profile than you get on some other French oak. It's extremely fruit. It's very cherry, plum. There's a lot of dark fruit in it, which is
nice.
Usually a great note you get in with some French oak. But it does
very plum.
Yeah, it's got a lot of spice, which is great, which is what you want with French oak as well. So yeah, just good stuff. It's
See, well, okay. Now, in fairness, when I tried it, I may have been hammered, so there is that. But it may have been the 30th pour of the night, but the finish felt soft to me. So maybe that was just my experience. So I'm curious.
Yeah, I would go back to it because the French oak. Now remember, it's only 110 proof. I don't know what you were drinking before that. But when I was drinking it, I actually was coming off a bunch of other stuff I was drinking. So yeah, the finish fell off a little bit. But when I went back to it the next day, the spice does linger. But if you're drinking it amongst other high proof stuff, it'll still be flavorful. But I think the finish could fall a little bit short. But yeah.
Yeah, so before that, I had tried some picks that Ben had brought and some picks that Brad had brought.
Yeah, which are probably all cast strength, right?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, there you go.
So
So Chase Simmons says Cathedral versus PFG.
So the precision fine grain from Bomb Burgers is actually even oakier than the Cathedral. The precision fine grain really leans on the oak profile. The dark fruit forwardness that you get in PFG from the French oak is still there. But when you try it up against a Cathedral, you realize how much more oaky the PFG is. It really leans into that fine grain barrel. And it really creates a chocolatey, a little bit of a drying influence. Now, I love the PFG because it's so rich. Yeah. I actually think the PFG has a better texture than the Cathedral does. Both of them have great mouthfeels, great textures, but I think the PFG actually is a little bit better. But it definitely leans into more of the oak, while the Cathedral is a little bit sweeter.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I thought that the Cathedral was actually kind of easy as far as like oak goes.
Yeah,
I thought
it leans more into the fruit forwardness of French oak, which is nice.
Yeah, because I was expecting a lot more oak presence with it being, what is it, about half 18 and 17, something like that, roughly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mark Gamenark with a $10 super chat is trying to ring it my way. Mark, thank you, man. I will add 2 more for you, and we will call that for the super chats, guys. Let me add 2 more here for Mark.
Got it.
Last one in, first one out.
We will end it there. Cheers, everyone. Thank you all for the super chats, guys. We're going to go ahead and get into the giveaway. I will add one more sample of this. So we're going to do 5 samples of the Elkwood, 2 samples of the Barrel King, 1 sample of the Ancient Age Bottled and Bond. That is 6 years. And then Adam has a blind flight that he is going to give away. That includes the Bardstown Cathedral. So thank you all for the super chats, guys. Much appreciated. Greatly appreciate that. And let me get into this here really quickly. Just want to go through the names. So let me share the screen.
Oh boy, he's sharing screens, people.
Let's see if we can get this down.
Could get dicey. Is that what you're saying?
Let's see. Name, share. Let's see if we can get this right here.
James Morgan, only if you have some 18-year-old whiskey sitting around.
If MM46 uses French oak staves, could you hack a version? Do you think with it? No, because Maker's Mark just doesn't have those ages in the whiskeys, unfortunately. It doesn't nearly have the depth as staves. Staves imparts a flavor, but when I was talking about like how you get, sometimes you taste the whiskey and you taste the finish on top of the whiskey rather than it being integrated. I feel like that's what 46 does.
Yeah. Yeah, not similar at all, James, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know.
Randall Harrison, great chat tonight, Dusty. I appreciate that, Randall, man. Cheers. Appreciate that, my friend.
I would say maybe.
All right, guys, I'm going to go through these names here really quickly just to make sure I got everybody. So we got 2 from Bourbon Engineer, 2 from Paul P. We got Randall E. It looks like he has 8. EJ with 4. Vic with 5. Renee with 4. Tommy D with 5. Lance with 2. Dunny with 2. Ed Williams with 4. Jeffrey Wack with 4. Drifting Drams with 4. Richie Z with 2. Mark Emenecker with 4. Travis Robeson with 4. Vegas Art with 4. And Life from the Patio with 1.
Looks like Travis for 2. Is there another set of Travis somewhere?
All the Travis.
Okay.
Let's see.
Maybe it's just misspoke because his 2 are between 2 different people with 4. So you might have just said 444.
Oh, maybe I did. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't see anything earlier from Travis. I do not know. So it was just 2 from Travis.
I think Mark is just trying to guarantee his winnings, but
shit.
All right, guys, let me go ahead and randomize and shuffle this bad boy. So first giveaway tonight is going to be from Adam Shelton. That is going to be his blind flight. That's going to include the Bardstown Cathedral.
A whole bottle? Oh.
Yeah. Who wins that? Here we go.
Oh, so close. One more trip.
Drams, they will probably decline
Congrats.
that.
You think so?
Yeah, more than likely.
Are they changing their name to Double D Coffee? What's happening with that?
Drifting Drams, bro.
I will spin that again.
Yeah,
you seen Ethan? He's Double D size. Way up there.
He's extra large.
Randall E.
Congrats, man.
Congrats, Randall E.
Congrats, Randall. You got it from Adam. We're going to do the Bottled and Bond giveaway next. Shuffle this up a couple times. This is going to be for the Ancient Age 6-year Bottled and Bond from the early 60s. Here we go. Oh, Renee Pete.
Is that Chewbacca?
Congrats, Renee.
Congrats, Renee. You got the Dusty Ancient Age. We will do, actually, we're going to do one more of that as well.
Otherwise known as your neighbor, Brian.
We're gonna do one more for the ancient age bottle and bond from the 60s. Who wins it? It is
It's double shot night.
Randall. Lord.
Wow.
Rigged.
Congrats, Randall.
Good to be Randall right now.
Save some
All right,
shipping.
next we're going to do the samples of the Barrel King Voodoo. So here's the first giveaway. Goes to the Bourbon Engineer.
Speaking of dusty old neighbors.
Here's, man. Congratulations.
Congrats.
We will do the next for the Barrel King Voodoo. Here we go.
Stop. Oh, so close.
Oh, Dunny.
There you go, Dunny.
Here's Dunny. Got a sample of the Voodoo, my friend.
Congrats.
All right, now, guys, we are going to do 5 samples of the Buffturkey. I increased it 1 just to try to spread the love a little bit.
So generous.
I know. I try.
That's great.
Here we go. 5 samples of the Buffturkey. Who gets number 1? Paul P.
Congrats, Paul P.
Yeah.
Congrats, Paul. Got a sample of the Buffturkey coming your way, my friend.
Hey, Dan, I got to jump off. I'll see you guys later, all right?
All right, buddy.
All right, Jason.
CJ.
Cheers, fellas.
Hey, Jason. Cheers, buddy.
Thanks for hopping on, man.
Anytime, man.
Later.
Travis.
Travis.
Here's Travis. Congratulations, my friend. You got the sample number 2. Shuffle that a couple more times. Sample number 3 goes to
Richie Z.
Oh,
the legend.
Congrats.
The legend, Richie Z. Cheers, Richie.
Richie Z Wrench. Richie Z Wrench.
Yes, he is. All right, guys, 2 more samples of this Buffturkey. Here we go. Renee will probably turn it down.
Rigged.
He already has some. Let me remove this. If Renee wants a sample of it, I will send it to her. But I know that John already has some of this, so I will remove that entry, and I'll send her one if need be. But
Fruit flies I've returned. Paul P. He getting 2.
Yeah.
Cheers, Paul. Yeah, Paul's got. Oh yeah, he's got a double. All right, that's. You know what? That's fine. I'll just send him 2 ounces of it. All right, I'll send him 2 ounces, and then I'll keep it again to have somebody else probably win that one. So let me mark that down real quick. 2 ounces.
I gotta call it a night, guys.
Jeffrey Wacky.
All right,
Good night,
buddy.
Darrell.
Hey, here's
We'll
Darrell.
see you again.
Have a good night, buddy.
Cheers, guys.
Jeffrey Whack wins a sample of that Buffturkey. All right, guys, this is going to be for the last sample here. Travis. All right, hold on. How many? Something here. 2. All right, so this is what I will do. I will send Travis 2 ounces as well.
Oh, he went already? Nice.
Yeah, he won this already. So I'll send him 2 ounces as well, and I'll spin this one very last time here, guys.
Because Dan is the man.
I'm just giving him out. Dan. Is it rigged, Vic?
Let me. Hold on.
You're not gonna have any more left.
I can send Jeff. I can send Jeff something else. What was that? That was weird.
Jeff again.
Heck, it didn't even spin. All right, hold on.
It's the same shit.
I heard it the last time I heard it clicking, and I couldn't see it moving. But it's probably my internet.
Yeah, like barely did a spin. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. Okay.
Congratulations, Katie.
Let's write that down. Hold on a second here. All right. Oh my. Okay.
Rig.
Tried to be Randall. Let me tell you.
Triplicate.
All right.
Triplicate.
All right. That's gonna be it for the giveaways here, guys.
Not gonna have any more left. Good job. Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah, it's like half the bottle, which is fine, but all right. Let me get back into here. I don't know what did I miss here? I have no idea what I'm missing. Distillery is that glass bottle. Congrats, Renee. Crap winner again. Yes, Randall, you won 3 times. Travis, you won. I got you a 2 ounce. Slap shot, Dunny. Cheers, Dunny.
Yep, it is rigged, Randall.
Voodoo, Dusty Dan, send mine to slap shot. Awesome, man. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much, Brian. That's very generous of you, man. Slap shot. Cheers, buddy. Thank you for that, man. Dunny. Love the rigging. That's Paul. Cheers, Jason. Goodness. You can combine Paul's and mine. Seriously, save on shipping. Okay, you guys are close. That's all right. That's fine. I can do that. 2 ounce for Paul P. Double. Yep. Congrats, Jeff. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on this goddamn. Congrats to the winners. What is happening, Jeff? You got a sample. Okay, this is rigged. All right, let me remove this here. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Time to go old school. Pick names from a hat. Yep. Post your email, please, Dusty.
Write them all down a little tab. Piece of paper.
All right. Oops. Why is this thing lagging? What the hell is going on? Okay, there we go.
Studio hangs behind.
Yeah.
How are you moving my camera?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not moving your camera.
Oh,
I'm just typing.
It's the goddamn cat. I heard you clicking. I didn't see the screen. I didn't see the cat, and I was like, "Why is my camera moving?" It's this. It's this fucko right here. Come here.
Oh goodness.
Your favorite new friend.
Yeah, it's this guy. This guy. He's the worst.
On you.
As you can see, he immediately starts attacking me. See him? Look at
Oh yeah, that's how he works. He's not a lap cat. He's like, leave me the fuck alone.
You hear him? You hear this little bastard?
Yeah. I got shit to do, man. Just let me go.
I'm gonna try and make him growl loud. Come on. No, okay, whatever. Anyway, cats suck. Get a dog, folks.
Yeah.
That's funny. You get a sample. You get a sample.
I can't hear you. Your thing's not muted, but you're still muted. It's weird. I see your lips moving. But I can't hear what you say. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Does he get along with the pup?
No.
No.
So the only reason he's in the house is because my wife is insisting that cats will freeze in the winter, even though we have cat houses.
A fur coat.
We have heating pads.
Yeah.
It's elaborate outside.
gosh.
And still, they have to be in my basement where my whiskey is. So now there's cat hair all over my whiskey.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we got a neighborhood cat that comes in the cat door in the sunroom now because it's cold. Brought her inside. That cat will not let you get in. It's a feral cat, basically. We'll hang out on the deck. We fed it hanging out on the deck. Sort of between feral and stray. I don't know. He don't want to be touched. She don't want to be touched, but
yeah.
You can get kind of close if you go in that room and bring food.
You know, the great thing is, Mark, either way, they taste the same, whether they're feral or home cats.
Yeah. Well, we got one of those we brought into the house a year ago or 2 years ago. And he still doesn't really want you to pet him much, but every morning, if I sit down and eat my breakfast, he'll walk and rub my legs and I can scratch that. He's long, fluffy black cat.
Yeah.
He's soft and I like him. But he doesn't bite you. He's kind of friendly. But he went out the door again, like in the worst snowstorm, middle of January, he disappeared out the house and he took off, bolted down the street. Like, well, I guess Shadow is gone now. Went back to the wild. 2 weeks later, he rolls up on the deck. My son let him back in the house. What the hell are you doing? I'm like, okay.
That's crazy.
And then one day last week, when I was going out into the sunroom where that other cat is, I left the door cracked because I was taking water back in there. Well, all the cats went out there. And since Shadow isn't like come when you call him kind of, he saw me walk into that room and he bolted out the door again. So he was out for, I'm like, well, I guess Shadow is gone again. But he actually came back that evening. So we were like, okay. Guess he's not going to be indoor, outdoor again.
That's right.
We don't really want him in and out of there because who knows what he's going to bring back to the cat that stays in the house all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's out there sowing his wild oats.
He's fixed though. When we brought him in, we took him to the vet and got him fixed. And
cheers, Dunny.
Got him shots. The other cat. That's why.
Cheers, Dunny.
She's scruffy looking.
We have one more pour. Pour up.
There you go, Mr. Mom.
What are we doing, Dan, to send us out, man?
I don't know.
What kind of proof range are we looking for?
Oh goodness, that's a good question.
One bottle and bond.
Let's do like 120-ish.
120-ish. Let me see here.
Is that $17.90?
Do you have any of this guy left? I mean, it's kind of been my go-to. I believe you were the first person I ever heard talk about this.
The Rebecca Creeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I have one unopened bottle in the other room. I don't have it.
I'm the only one without.
Fair enough.
I think this one's in the 120 range.
Oh shit! Yeah, let's do the D team.
Yeah, man.
Let's do the D
I
team.
love this bottle.
Grab that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right up here.
120, right on the nose.
The D team was good.
3-4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't put the sticker on my bottle. The sticker's just like clipped onto my lampshade over there. I got that one and the other one. What's the other one? Kryptonite.
Yeah.
Rum Guns is over there.
I'm not driving, so I'll pour a little extra heavy.
Hey, that's all right.
Man, that bottle's getting low. Holy shit.
I'm not sure what the other one is.
Yeah, mine's getting low too.
Yeah. God damn, I'm so hungry.
So I'm curious now. What is the period of your fast? Like, how long are we going for next meal?
I will not eat anything until noon tomorrow.
Okay.
You doing 16-hour?
Yeah. 16-8. Yeah.
That's what I did the last time.
Get yourself a big
one.
old 3 bottles of water or something.
Yeah. Water does a pretty good job of masking, covering the hunger for the most part. Like the easiest part is when I'm going to go home and go to sleep. Like that's going to cover a good chunk of hours.
Yeah.
But it does get difficult in the morning because I used to love my breakfast and I can't do that now. So
I guess
you can.
I guess I've been intermittent fasting my entire life because I never eat breakfast.
Then technically, yeah. Like I won't have anything past 8 o'clock at night, and I go all the way to noon. So that's
That's what I would do when I did mine. I would do when I would get to work in the morning. I'd drink me 1 or 2 cups of coffee, and then I would drink ice water until lunchtime.
Yep.
And then from lunchtime, I'd eat a snack mid-afternoon. I'd go to the gym a little earlier so I could get home about 7:30 and then eat my last meal for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I might drink a protein shake in between that too. before I go to the gym.
Yeah.
But I lost a good bit. I got down to like 225. So
yeah, fasting.
As soon as I went off of it, man, it started going right back up.
Well, Sean, if you stay up late and you have midnight chicken wings, that kind of counts as your breakfast once.
Well, but that only happens like twice a week. And really
you can have a cheat day.
Twice a week. Yeah.
I mean, fasting can be good for you. You know what I mean? It's
the biggest thing to do is when you eat your first meal is to make sure you get plenty of protein in that first meal.
That's right. Meat, baby. Get that meat in
anywhere 40 to 50 grams of protein in that first meal. Yeah.
Yep. James Morgan says
muscles are just keeping
Ramadan a ding dong.
That pretty much eat a bowl of cereal every day.
I don't do Ramadan. It's just an intermittent fasting, and I only honestly did it
because
it is
that time of year, isn't it?
I only got sick on my trip, and like I lost my appetite. That's literally the only reason why I started it. But like tonight I'm having some very difficult issues trying not to eat something.
Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes I remember the last time I did mine. I remember some mornings being at work 9:30, 10 o'clock, and my stomach would just be growling like a bear, and I'm like, still got 2 hours before I can eat, man.
I know, man. It is like right now. It's tough for me to not go into the refrigerator and try to eat something. Right?
So pickles are pretty much non-caloric. You're not putting anything like that because it's actually like eating something, or even if there's no calories.
Anything that you eat that's got any calories in it will mess up an intermittent fast.
Any calories in a cucumber that you pickle?
I'm sure there's some,
It's mainly water.
Yeah, I mean, it would depend on the kind of pickle. Some pickles they add sugar.
Like sweet. Yeah, you don't want to put sweet pickles.
I mean, the whole point of it really is that your body will, instead of feeding off of the carbs that you have, or whatever.
Readily available sugars, you'll have to start breaking down.
It breaks down the fat and eats off of that.
But it's going to get all the stored sugars out of your liver.
Into ketosis,
See, it's burning off these sugars right now. So.
For gluconeogenesis, well, alcohol is basically burned the same as sugar. So there's calories in alcohol.
So how long you been at it, man? How long you been doing the fasting thing?
A little over a week now. So
there you go.
Hey, man, keep at it.
And who wants to eat a sweet pickle anyway?
Who wants to eat any pickle? I mean, damn.
Yeah.
I call the pickle the bastard son of the cucumber. So.
That dumb lady on the internet's like, why they pickled everything except cucumbers? And she's eating just regular pickles. There's pickled carrots, there's pickled beets. They should pickle cucumbers.
Like last week, I didn't go live, so like I didn't even drink because I was still sick. So I really haven't, and like I didn't drink that whole time. Like just until the other day, I didn't drink until my last day at Green River because that's how sick I was. Like I could not drink anything.
Speaking of sweetness,
tonight's tonight. I guess you can technically call it like a cheat day, but
there you go. Easing back into it.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
But it's fine. Tomorrow morning I'll wake up, I'll take my kid to school, I'll go to the gym, come back, and then I'll have an hour and a half to not eat until it's time. So
till you get your window.
Yep. And usually when I work out, I don't get hungry anyway. So
there you go.
That's what I was gonna say. Like if I'm working physically, like I don't even think about it. Like I don't even. So then it's lunchtime, and then I'm good. That's why I never eat breakfast. Like I just get up and go to work, and so then as long as I'm working, I'm doing something, so my mind's off it.
Keeps your mind off of it.
Yeah. Now, see, like there's a couple people who I work with that are Muslim, and they're doing the 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's
sun up to sundown.
No water, no nothing. Like that's different. That's very different.
It is a thing to do.
That's tough. That's tough to think that you can't have water, like a sip of water for that long. That's a long time.
I would say doctors would say that it's unhealthy.
You probably need to hydrate.
I would think so. Yeah. Even
chugging
during
and chugging and chugging,
fasting,
like
you can
with
drink
5
water,
minutes to go, just
I mean, ultimately, I mean, they've proven that. I mean, I think there's pros and cons to fasting, right? I think like the pros are that, I mean, that they say that there's evidence that it shows that it can eat bad like cells, like cancerous cells. Like your body will eat it as there's nothing to feed off of.
Right.
Food fasting.
How true that is, I don't know. But that's a saying. The downside of it is that I know that when you go through a fasting stage like that, your immune system starts to kind of go down.
You get a weekend, yeah.
So again, I'm not behind the science. I don't know how true that is. It's just
a lot of times when people fast too, especially if they're doing like a 16-8, you really don't eat as much food in that 8-hour period as you would normally if you eat all day.
Correct.
Because you're only eating like 2 meals and maybe a snack or something, in between.
Yeah.
So now the people that I can't understand is the people that just eat 1 meal a day.
Whew.
There's no way I could do that.
And that's how you store the calories.
Eat 200 grams of protein at 1 meal.
Even if you're fasting, that's sumo wrestlers get that size by eating 4,000 calories or 10,000 calories and then going to bed, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. They just pack it in and go to sleep.
Yep.
And then they get giant. Pack on
And
the
your
weight.
heart erupts like a volcano.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They have a lot of those.
Mount Aorticus.
Oh.
Pickled beets, okra. Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all that sounds good. Like I could cheat and eat some tonight, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Keep it up, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? Well, here's the thing. Are you feeling better? Are you feeling?
Well, I mean, the hard part is it's hard to say because I'm getting over being sick. Like I still have a dry cough.
Yeah.
I trust me. I don't feel like I did when I was sick because I was in rough shape. But
you had the flu.
I do feel better, and like I've definitely dropped some weight already. So
very good.
It's tough. It's hard to say. I think I want to give it another week and see how I feel then. That way it'll give me, a full 2 weeks to be on this just to see how I feel.
Usually those first 3 or 4 weeks are where you see a lot of it. Yeah. After that, it'll slow down a little bit because your body's starting to get used to it. Yeah. Acclimated.
Yeah, especially if you're cutting down on carbs and stuff, you're going to see a lot of water weight drop.
Right. Yes.
And then it kind of drops off.
Scotch Down Under shows up. Cheers, Ken.
Yeah, he says, what's going on? Scotch Down Under says, I've been doing the 1 meal a day for decades. Save so much money and time eating.
I bet
I
so.
agree. If you time it right.
Yeah.
And that's true because I almost eat, now that I think about it, I almost eat 1 meal a day. That 12 to 8 window, like I usually eat sometimes right around 1:30. Sometimes it's right at noon, sometimes 1:30. But I'll eat enough to where I'm full all the way through. And then I see it's 8 o'clock and I'm like, you know what? Let me just hold off. So I mean that's
Or just like
now you're hungry at 10
shake or something where you're not
11:30 now.
Bloating your stomach.
Yeah.
Slim fast for breakfast, a slim fast for lunch.
3 to 4 day fast is brutal. There's no way I could fast for 3 to 4 days. There's
some people that do that like every 2 or 3 months. They'll do a 48 or 72 hour fast. I couldn't do it either.
I have not unintentionally
fast.
He does. He does
have to do that
2 days. He doesn't eat one day.
Colonoscopy.
He'll eat the next day. He doesn't eat one day. He'll eat the next day. He doesn't eat one day. He'll eat the next day. He like does 24 on, 24 off, and he's still way overweight. It's like it ain't working, but he wants you to try to eat smaller amounts, more regularly, kind of spread it out.
Yeah, because he's very clearly overeating.
He's a retired sheriff's deputy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cheers to Ken. What's up, you freaking legend?
I mean, that's when there's some kind of issue when it's not working and you're doing a 24-hour fast.
Yeah.
Something's not right.
Because you're just sending your body into starvation mode every other day, and then you're
what I was getting ready to say.
You are eating, so you're not.
When you
get 2 days worth of food in one day, and then
immediately storing it as fat because it doesn't know when it's going to get its next meal.
Yeah,
that's the thing about.
If he ate reasonable in the 24 hours he was eating, he'd lose weight, but he's not. clearly.
Yeah. Chances are. Yeah.
Chances are, though I wear a silly grin. Yeah, I've actually thought about, they just approved Zepbound, which is one of the weight loss drugs.
Yeah.
It's more for weight loss, not type 2 diabetes. But the FDA recently approved it for sleep apnea, which I have. And I don't sleep with a mask because I can't, because every time I roll over, I break the seal on the mask and it blows air in my face, But
stop rolling over.
I've thought about trying that just to see if I could lose like 20 or 30 pounds, because I think it would help I'm pretty sure it would help my sleep apnea, because when I weighed in the 220s, I didn't snore. And my blood pressure and my cholesterol, I think, would benefit greatly from it.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to get off that medicine. I don't like having to take prescription drugs for the high blood pressure, and mine's not super high, but it's just high enough that I need to take something.
Risks are risks. Heart risks are heart risks. And
then my cholesterol is not bad. It's my triglycerides are so high that it skews my overall cholesterol over 200.
What
do you have? How is your good cholesterol?
My good cholesterol is good.
Yeah. Okay.
And my LDLs are borderline. My overall is borderline, but my triglycerides, even though I'm on medication for that, are still in like the mid 200s, and they should be 150 or less, really. Yeah.
Yeah. If that's the only thing, though, you don't necessarily get a lot of benefit by lowering triglycerides beyond improving your cholesterol profile.
Yeah. Well, before I got on I take Tricor, which is basically a drug that's tipped toward the triglycerides. But before I got on that medication, my triglycerides were anywhere from 500 to 700, which that's way high. Yeah.
If those are isolated over 500, then you probably ought to treat it.
Mark, what kind of doctor are you?
Family medicine.
Okay. I thought that's what we talked about before. I couldn't remember though. Okay.
Yeah. Every day I'm looking at people's lipids, and I pretty much rely on that risk calculator. There's from 2013 American College of Cardiologists and American Heart Association risk calculation. Cardiovascular risk is like a 10-year average risk of how high it is, and if it's above a certain percentage, then you benefit by using a statin to reduce your risk, not necessarily to affect the number itself. But then there are number goals depending on other risk factors that you have. Like if you got a heart attack, your bad cholesterol should be less than 50.
I'll tell you one of the issues I had at one point last year, my cardiologist put me on Crestor, and that I didn't like taking it. It made me feel weird. Plus I started having some short-term memory loss, and I started researching that, and that was one of the possible side effects from Crestor. And
low percentage.
your brain needs cholesterol. It's composed of cholesterol, and
all your cell membranes are everywhere.
Yeah, and so if you're taking a very potent drug that's trying to cut that, I know in my case, I definitely think there was a coincidence, because after I stopped taking it for a couple of weeks, it started coming back.
So kind of jumping off your point there, Tier. I'm curious, Mark. What have you seen in patients that go high fat, high protein, low carb?
Like carnivore,
like Atkins kind of stuff, or carnivore stuff. I mean, they'll lose weight, but it's kind of hard to sustain it.
Well, I mean,
paleo.
It depends on what you mean by hard to sustain.
Well, people like I don't know if that's a lifestyle change that someone can maintain for a lifetime. If you're trying to do something to affect your health and take weight off, you need to change your lifestyle eating habits, not like go on a diet and then go off a diet, because you're just going to
Well, I mean, so I guess what I'm asking is not necessarily willpower, because that's a different question than whether it works or not. Because, I mean, people fail things all the time for all kinds of reasons.
I mean, if you're asking me about somebody's numbers when they did this diet versus that diet, I don't really have that data in my head. I can't really tell you.
I know a lot of people that have gone on carnivore or paleo. They see a good reduction in, blood pressure and cholesterol, but there are some people that, show aversion to it.
If you're talking about your cholesterol and the risk, it's really not diet dependent.
Right.
The dietary cholesterol doesn't make your bad cholesterol go up necessarily. It's what your machinery in your liver is going to make and how it's going to balance those out. And that's what the medicines impact those enzymes that convert it to bad cholesterol and affect the balance of that comparison. Okay. So your diet, you can eat eggs. It's not going to make your cholesterol necessarily go higher.
No.
Well, no, dietary cholesterol is not correlated right with that.
I mean, if you're eating processed things that have let's see, what's
high fructose corn syrup?
Nitrate.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, nitrates are bad for people's migraines.
I don't think eggs could affect you in a negative way. But
Chop the periphery.
Yeah.
What is the word I'm looking for?
The deli, the meats, the dairy. The bread,
the vegetables,
whatever. The fruits, fresh fruits and vegetables, and you don't need to go where all the canned stuff is. And
fats, yes,
the trans isn't so good.
Yeah, in any situation,
except as Doritos, Fritos. Okay, yeah. The trans fats are not so good.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
And the saturated fats are really not great for you, but
and also neither are those seed oils.
No, the seed oil. Yeah.
Thing
recently.
I say that as
the second ingredient. That palm kernel oil.
Oh yeah.
And or canola and or safflower and or this or that. We don't know what we put in it. We just got a bunch of oil and we use some of it. I don't know what's in there.
This is where you get into the fun shit here. The hydrogenized corn protein. There's no way that shit's good for you.
No.
Yeah, and modified food starch always fun.
Palm oil.
Basically, this is just a bag of fucking poison. I mean, it's delicious.
But the sad thing was when that was
the barbecue version, just fucking fire. But
they had MSG too, probably. That's awesome.
Oh, that was a ton.
But when they came out with that back in the early 1900s, it was just corn.
Yeah, there wasn't all that extra shit in there.
It wasn't all that extra shit in it.
Yeah,
a whole lot of extra shit in there now.
The food industry and the food pyramid and all that
actually
stuff
was bigger than Lay's back in the day. And Lay's didn't buy Fritos out; they went into a partnership. And actually, Fritos, before the latest corporate venture, actually made more money than Lay's for years.
Makes sense. It's a better chip.
And that family, the guy that invented the Frito, that family kept majority stock in that company. So it got handed down to generations upon generations.
Yeah, James says, and keep your nuts handy, man. I tell you, I'm a big fan of the mixed nuts, dude.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I was just cracking some nuts earlier.
Actual nuts. I was like, I mean, they're
hazelnuts
in reach. I mean,
hazelnuts and almonds in the bowl. We still got a nut bowl around here from Christmas.
There you go,
guys. It's 11:40. I'm gonna hop off this live here and go backstage for a little bit, y'all. Okay. Thank you guys all so much for the super chats. Greatly appreciate that.
Yeah.
I will see you guys next Monday. Not sure if I'm going to have Joe on next Monday or not. I'll keep you guys posted with that.
Nice.
If not, it'll be a normal live, and then I'll go live with Joe the following Monday. But I'm going to go backstage here for a little bit, guys. Cheers, y'all. Thanks, y'all, for stopping in. Much appreciated. Again, thank you all for the super chats, and I'll be getting these samples out to you guys here shortly. Cheers, y'all. Have a good night, guys.
Cheers, people.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, gang.
See you here soon, y'all. Bye, guys.